Rebels scoop it up at the 35-yard line. If it goes as a fumble, the Rebels will win this game.
Going on the field is a fumble recovered by Ole Miss.
Perkins knocked it out, and Uman Mielen recovered it, we believe. And they will look and see, and this will be the ball game if it stands. Here's a replay, Harry. He was trying to throw the ball, and Perkins came up, got a left hand up, and got a hand in the arm.
It just depends on if the arm's going forward, David. I can't tell on this little monitor right here. I think they're going to take a look, I guess, and we're going to get another look on the big screen right here.
I may have been coming forward just a hair.
Previous play is under further review.
I think you have to do. I think you have to look at that.
Boy, if that's the case, they'll get it back up at the 46-yard line.
If you ever got it going forward again.
I don't know. It's close.
He had it back to throw. I don't know if he ever.
Yeah, it looked like he was coming forward just a little bit. No, he did not. I think it was coming forward just a hair on the replays we've been seeing.
I think they're going to give it back to him, John.
It'll be Ole Miss's ball at the 35 and a game over if they stay with a fumble. I think he's coming forward just a little bit. We hope not, but.
Well, they stopped it before that, but it looks like he's coming forward, David, and would knock the ball away. But it's going to be fourth down.
It'll be 4th down and 2 with only 16 seconds left if it goes back to Oklahoma. If it goes to Ole Miss and stands, the Rebels can take victory formation and end this game. Ole Miss up 34-26, 16 ticks left to go in the game. And, they may, if it is ruled an incomplete after chasing down the fumble, they may get some extra time back. Bottom line is they got to get a first down to get the ball back. It's taking a long time to look at. I get it because we were all kind of back and forth up here looking at this replay.
Yeah, Perkins, good job of chasing down Mateer getting away from pressure, but it looked like his right arm was coming forward, and Perkins hit it just as that was to happen.
Here's the call from the field.
After review, it was an incomplete pass. The ball will be at the 46-yard line. It'll be 4th down. Gamecock operator, please reset the game clock to 21 seconds, please.
So they're going to put 5 seconds back on the clock, David.
Yeah, because if that's incomplete at that moment, the ball was rolling, went to recover, clock kept running, so 21 seconds is what they spotted on the incompletion. So 21 seconds left. This game's never going to end. 21 seconds, Oklahoma, 4th and 2. They've got to get the first down to move the chains. Rebels leading by 8. Oklahoma needs a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. There's the snap to Mateer over the middle. Got his man caught at the 45-yard line, and that will be Zatania, a gain of 9. First down, Oklahoma. They'll rush up to the line and clock it with 12 seconds left.
Well, you got to take some shots now, David, into the end zone if you're Oklahoma. Hope you get, if nothing worse than get interference call or try to come up with a big catch. But you got to take some shots here at the Rebel 45, 12 seconds to go.
Safe and easy play for the Sooners there to get the first down. And then they rush up and clock it. So now they're looking at 2nd down and 10 from the 45. Of course, the bottom line is they're 45 yards away from TD with 12 seconds to work with. Maybe 3 plays. We'll see. And now we have a whistle and a timeout called by Ole Miss.
Ole Miss takes their final timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
Wow, what a crazy football game this one's been. Ole Miss fell behind 26-25, has rallied to regain the lead 34-26, leading by 8. And Oklahoma still has life hanging by a thread, but they still have life.
Life on the road in the SEC. It just doesn't end, does it? It just won't get over. Tough place to play here in Norman, Oklahoma, without a doubt.
Well, effort in this league is just unreal, too. Guys just keep playing and playing and playing and playing.
Everybody's got
everything
athletes.
On the field.
Everybody's got athletes. Everybody plays hard every play, and it's just
John,
Rebels would love to come in here and steal this one, David. But
John, a lot of DBs back there at this point. You got to make sure you bat it down, right?
Yeah, that's right. We've got an extra one in there, and looks like 2 deep with a guy right in the middle.
Well, I think Kiffin thinks they're going to take some shots into the end zone, but this is what you call a prevent defense, David. You still got to get pressure on this quarterback.
2nd down to the Ole Miss 45 right hash. Mateer in the gun. Ole Miss only a 3-man rush. Mateer steps up in the pocket. He's going to run. He's hit. Lobs it downfield. Incomplete. That was a save-the-game throw because if he gets sacked there by Eccles had him around the feet. If he gets sacked there, That's the ball game.
Yeah.
So now it's going to be 3rd down with only 6 seconds left. That took half of the time, 6 of the 12 seconds.
Yeah. Can you get another play off? I think you're going to have to take a shot here. Rebel defense and safeties are all the way in the end zone, David. So
they've got receivers everywhere. Michael Carter, Thomas, Satania trying to make a play. Rebels have 3 guys across the goal line. Here we go, 3rd and 10. Mateer in the backfield is going to throw deep, a lob pass toward the end zone. It's going to be knocked away by Ole Miss. Mike could have picked it. Wydette Williams knocks it down. The clock's gone to 0. The Ole Miss Rebels have knocked off the Oklahoma Sooners on the road. Now 3-0 against this program with a 34-26 victory. What a game. What a huge win for the Ole Miss football team to go 7-1 on the campaign.
Yeah, big steal here, David. We knew we came out of September undefeated. Could you go on the road against Georgia and Oklahoma at worst case scenario, get a split? The Rebels do that today here in Norman.
Rebs with the victory. You got to love it. Stay tuned for our post-game show. That is up and coming. Gary Darby will join us again shortly. We will hear from Brett Norsworthy. We'll go in the locker room where Brett will be interviewing Coach Kiffin and players. Dan Courts will be joining us as well. So stay tuned as we move into that next, our C-Spire post-game show. See what 5G can really do with C-Spire's nationwide wireless network. Visit cspire.com. Whew. Are you sweating here?
I didn't think this game would ever get. I mean, we're approaching 3 hours and 45 minutes to get this thing over. My goodness.
We'll be back on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Ole Miss Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
It's 6:30 and the branch is closed.
Yep.
And you couldn't find your debit card.
Nope.
But you're going to get cash.
Yep. Cadence Bank Live Teller has extended hours, and I can get cash from my account with my driver's license.
My bank can't do that.
Nope.
With over 300 live teller locations with extended hours, there's opportunity here. Find a live teller near you at cadencebank.com/live-teller. Equal opportunity lender, member FDIC.
This is Rebels football on the Ole Miss Sports Network from Learfield.
When your car is making a strange noise, no matter what it is,
will be filling up shortly as folks are still making their way into the stadium and through the spirals that lead up to the upper deck, which is the only place I see that's got any openings left, and there's only a couple of rows where that is the case for today's ball game. Daniel Gautreau will be our referee. David Allman, the replay official. Ryan Alds is the umpire. Jake Weatherford, the head linesman. Line judge, Jeremiah Harris.
For Alabama.
Jay Brown is the field judge. Brandon Spencer, the side judge. David Ross, the back judge. And Ron Turner is the center judge for today's game. South Carolina wearing the garnet in white, along with a little bit of black lettering and trim. The white helmets. Bama, those great looking white uniforms and the crimson helmets. The Gamecocks will have Nick Harbor as the deep man. And also deep, Brian Rowe Jr. And set kickoff for the Crimson Tide, as usual, Connor Talty approaches the football, and we're underway from Columbia, Missouri. Caught 2 yards deep. They'll bring it out to the 10, to the 15, stacked up at the 18-yard line, and brought down at the 19 is Nick Harbor, the Washington, D.C. native, returning that one out to, officially, they'll spot him at the 19-yard line. So 1st and 10 Gamecocks. From there, and Alabama will go on the defensive against a South Carolina team that's playing I won't say with nothing to lose, but one that is very loose and relaxed coming into this matchup. Pistol formation, 3 wide receivers in the pattern as Sanders will throw it near side, or Sellers, I should say, and his pass incomplete as he was trying to connect on the near side with Jacobs.
Yeah, Deshaun Jones did a nice job staying at home and getting up in Lenore Sellers' face, but not leaving his feet. He stayed committed and forced an errant throw.
2nd and 10 for the Gamecocks. Faison is the running back with men to either side of the formation. They'll dump it off to Faison in the backfield, gets spun to his right, gets brought down after a gain of about 4, maybe 5 yards on that play. Alabama had a couple of guys out there, Deontay Lawson and Xavier Brown leading the way, but it will be 3rd and 5 upcoming for South Carolina. Pistol formation again for Sellers with trips left. 1 man wide to the right side and a single setback to his right. And Bama jumps. Sellers will look to throw on a free play. Deep downfield, he's got a man, but it's incomplete. He was trying to connect with Jacobs, but I believe the penalty is going to be against the Tide.
Offside. Defense number 23 in the neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
James Smith guilty of the mistake there, and that is the gift of 5 yards and a first down that Bama's going to try to avoid in a big way against this South Carolina team.
Yeah, and that's just a discipline issue right there. James Smith a little quick getting off the line, trying to make an impact play. You got to earn the right to get off the field. Alabama had put themselves in position, but got to be disciplined.
Brown, Harbor, and Jaden Sellers in formation as they will hand it off and pick up 2 yards on the first down play. Yanze Pierre tripping up the ball carrier.
Alabama brought a safety blitz from the short side of the field. Did a really nice job of turning that back inside and making it for a short gain.
Sellers getting the snap. He's going to be on his feet and near the 40-yard line. Boy, I thought they were going to get him 5 yards back as you had several players who were there, but L.T. Overton is the man that finally got him to the ground. Red Morgan kind of got spun around on the play, but could not make the stop. Is hobbling off the field is L.T. Overton to the Bama sideline.
Yeah, Bray Hubbard was the first one there, and he tried to go and force the ball loose instead of wrapping up, and that's something you can't do. Go ahead and take it for a short loss and make sure that you secure the tackle.
3rd and a foot, just shy of the 40. Empty backfield for Sellers with 2 wideouts right, 2 left. Tight end left, quarterback draw, trying to get back. He's got a first down. He's got more across the 45 and finally brought down at midfield. Another gain of about 5 or 6 for the Gamecocks. Sellers able to move the chains, the 2nd first down of the drive. Bama helped with one of those, Corey, but Sellers got that one on his own.
Yeah, he's got a 240-pound quarterback that can run it like that. It's going to be pretty tough. He's got good vision, found a hole right there to convert that 3rd down.
So 1st and 10 Gamecocks right at midfield. Sellers, pump fake, flush out of the pocket, dumps it off. Getting across the 45 and into Bama territory at the 40 and finally the 37. Rasul Faison, the Utah State transfer, gaining 13 on that play, and the Gamecocks will go quick, setting up shop at the Bama 38-yard line. London Simmons comes on for Alabama defensively, along with Edric Hill and Justin Renaud along the front. Yanze Pierre again at a linebacker position. Oscar Attaway III's in the backfield as they flip it to a receiver on a reverse. He'll get across the 35 and down near the 30. That's an 8-yard pickup. Matt Fuller is the man actually on that carry for South Carolina.
Yeah, Dejon Lee did a nice job of forcing the ball back inside where he had a little bit of help, but it's still a big gain there on first down. South Carolina right now able to stay ahead of the chains as Alabama continues to rotate guys in and out trying to keep fresh legs.
Jefferson and Lee check out for Alabama as the Tide with that 4-man front will operate against the pistol look from South Carolina. Sellers, quick pass, may have been deflected, but he was trying to come to the near side. It was incomplete. Nick Harbor was the closest man to that one.
Xavier Mincy came on a corner fire. So he had the Sellers had one-on-one coverage to the perimeter. But so far in this game, when he's been forced to throw the ball quickly, he's been extremely inaccurate.
Justin Hill, one of the linebackers in the game for Alabama. Pierre checks in, as I believe Red Morgan is the man who checked out. London Simmons in the middle of the defense right now for the Crimson Tide, as the Gamecocks on 3rd and 4 will look. Plenty of time now, having to run is Sellers. Looking, trying to get to the first down mark, and he does. He got hit by Nikai Hill-Green right around the 28-yard line, but he needed that spot for a first down, and that's what the Gamecocks get. They'll move the sticks again, converting on another 3rd down, their 3rd time this drive.
Well, Corey talked about it. The coverage so far for Alabama has been really nice in the secondary, but being able to bottle up and contain Lenore Sellers has been a challenge.
Fuller in the backfield for the Gamecocks, as they've got 2 wideouts to each side. Work against a 3-man Bama front. Quarterback draw. Sellers spun around and brought down after a gain of a half yard. Nikai Hill-Green, the man that got him to the turf. It'll be 2nd and 9 upcoming for the Gamecocks.
I think that was a quarterback draw the whole way. Deontay Lawson came under pressure up one of the A-gaps and forced Sellers back to the left side, where Nikai Hill-Green was able to shed his block and make the tackle.
Kelby Collins, one of the defensive linemen in the game for Alabama now. At least the 3rd snap for him, as Sellers will roll the pocket left. Looking, firing, near side, catch made, and forced out of bounds at the 12 is Donovan Murphy.
Easy pitch and catch when you lose containment. Play was designed to roll to the left, and we had no containment over there. Open receivers, Lenore Sellers also could have ran it for about 15 yards.
Donovan Murphy is the man who made that grab. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 12. Faison in the backfield now for the Gamecocks, who will bring everybody in tight to the right side. 2 men wide left. Now they bring one in motion. They'll hand it to him. Try to get to the edge and nowhere to go. Matt Fuller. They will give him forward progress, though. He was hit right at the line of scrimmage and then just kept the legs churning and gets inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 7 from there.
And one thing, when you have a running back on the speed sweep, acting like a wide receiver, that's a bigger body who knows how to run the ball as opposed to wide receiver.
Brady Hunt, one of 2 men stacked wide right. They've got 2 stacked to the left and a single running back in Fuller. The handoff to him. He keeps the legs working inside the 5 and brought down at the 4. It's going to be another 3rd and very manageable for the Gamecocks as they've marched this one from their 19 to the Alabama 4, and they'll have 3rd and 2 from there.
Big play here for the Alabama defense and being able to force a field goal try for South Carolina. They substitute late. I wish we would substitute and run this clock down.
I think the Gamecocks may be in 2-down territory right here unless they were to go backwards on this play, and I'd be fine with it. 2 men wide right, single setback to the left of Sellers. Hands it off, nowhere to go. Smith wraps him up and brings him down for a 2-yard loss. James Smith on the stop of Faison, and now it will be 4th and about 4, and the Gamecocks, Corey, will have to try a field goal.
Yeah, that play by James Smith right there, finally getting a negative play, knocking somebody backwards, forces South Carolina to make a tough decision right there. You get a negative play, you've got to kick the field goal. I think if they get back to the line of scrimmage there, they're probably going for it on 4th down.
William Joyce, 5 of 7 on field goal tries this year. We'll try this one from 24 yards. Farhash kicking to our left. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and the kick is good, and South Carolina gets on the board, but Alabama a minor victory right there as the Tide's able to hold the Gamecocks to just 3. Timeout on the field. 7:32 remains in the opening quarter here in Columbia. Gamecocks drawing first blood 3-0 on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
It's 6:30 and the branch is closed.
Yep.
And you couldn't find your debit card.
Nope.
But you're going to get cash.
Yep. Cadence Bank Live Teller has extended hours, and I can get cash from my account with my driver's license.
My bank can't do that.
Nope.
With over 300 live teller locations with extended hours, there's opportunity here. Find a live teller near you at cadencebank.com/live teller. Equal opportunity lender, member FDIC.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fans section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Alabama Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
7:32 remaining in the first quarter. It's South Carolina with a 3-0 lead against Alabama. Coming to you live inside the Alabama Credit Union broadcast booth. Feel good about your money. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Fifteen plays, 74 yards, 7 minutes, 22 seconds off the clock for South Carolina on their scoring drive, ending in a field goal by Joyce. So now it'll be the Crimson Tide getting the football for the first time today. Tyler Watts, what do you want to see on offense here from Alabama?
Well, it's all about responding. We talked about in the pregame. When you get punched, how do you respond? How do you react? This offense needs to go out and put a drive together of their own, make sure they secure the first down, and then you get rolling from there.
Alabama not unfamiliar with the opposition having some success early offensively, but Coach Kane Womack's defenses have been very, very stingy the longer the game goes on. Fully expecting that to be the case again today as the Tide takes on South Carolina here at Williams-Brice Stadium. Glad you're with us. 7:32 again remaining here in the opening quarter as the Tide will get the ball first. Peyton Argent set to kick off for the Gamecocks. And the Crimson Tide with Adams and Rico Scott deep as the kick will sail out of bounds.
Way out of bounds.
Way out of bounds left side.
Kickoff out of bounds. Kicking team, number 49. The ball be placed at the 35-yard line. First down, Alabama.
Argent, the third year.
I mean, Chris, that thing landed
right out of Hoover, Alabama.
6 or 7 yards out of bounds on the 8-yard line.
That one was hooked. It would have been a re-tee if it was on the golf course, but that one instead puts Alabama at the 35, and will absolutely take it. Great starting field position. Jam Miller in the backfield as Bama operates under center with Simpson. Brings a man in motion, hands it off to him. That's Bernard Jeremy trying to cut it back up and gets up near the 38-yard line. A gain of 3 on first down. Not surprising to see Bernard's number called in the run game.
I think he is, and really your second running back. Anytime he lines up or comes across in motion, that puts a tremendous amount of strain on the defensive unit to be able to run side to side.
Bama's going to go 2 tight ends here with Cuevas and now Caleb Edwards coming in. As out is Rico Scott. 2 wideouts left. Ryan Williams and Bernard tight ends to the right side, and one to the left for Alabama with Jam behind the quarterback. Handoff goes to Miller, hit in the middle of the line and scoots forward to the 39. It'll be 3rd and 4 upcoming. Nick Barrett, the defensive tackle, is the one that clogged things up.
Staying ahead of the change, though. Manageable 3rd and 4 here for Alabama. Got to be able to convert this. Surprised Alabama didn't throw the football with a single high safety.
Daniel Hill into the ball game. He's to the left of the quarterback Simpson, who has trips to the left And the tight end Cuevas to the right. 3rd down and 4. Simpson getting the snap, play action. Looking, scrambling, being chased, gets stripped, goes down at the 40. It'll be 4th and 5 as Bama loses a yard, and the Tide will have to punt it away. Brian Thomas Jr., the Florida native and the edge rusher, is the man who just got the shoestrings of Simpson, brought him down for the loss of 1, and the Tide will have to punt it away.
And they gave a look as though they were bringing the house. There wasn't a safety in the backfield for South Carolina. However, they bluffed out of it, played zone behind, nowhere to go with the football quickly. Ty Simpson had a running lane, but wasn't able to get away from the defenders.
Gitteron is the deep man who fields it back inside his 10 and wants to return it, and does. Gets hit and tripped as he crosses the 15. He'll be down at the 17-yard line. Bakari Swain was the return man after a 51-yard punt from the Crimson Tide's Blake Dowd. Timeout on the field, 5:27 to go first quarter. 3-0 South Carolina leading Alabama here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Is that Tacoma towing a pink mechanical bull?
Sure seems like it.
Well, I'll be.
Truck like you truck with a great deal during Toyota Truck Month. Get $1,000 in Conquest bonus cash for new Toyota customers on a new 2025 Toyota Tacoma. Valid through November 3rd, 2025. Offer entitles $1,000 Conquest bonus cash on certain new 2025 and 2026 Toyota pickup trucks for current non-Toyota owners of small, midsize, and large pickup trucks. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Toyota. Let's go places.
Crimson Tide football lives here. This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
It's 2 things to me: Crimson Tide football and enjoying the great outdoors. This is John Parker Wilson here to talk about my favorite Alabama-based outdoor brand, Tom Beckby. They're celebrating 10 years as Alabama's premier outfitter. Whether you're getting outfitted for your next great adventure or suiting up for your tailgate, Tom Beckby has you covered with great gear, all designed right here in Alabama. Visit Tom Beckby in Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, and online at tombeckby.com.
Barkley makes it easy.
Get ready to rev up your engines and feel the excitement at Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac. We've got the perfect ride to match your style and adventure. Visit us at our showroom at Skyland Boulevard and let our friendly team help you find the vehicle of your dreams. Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac, where hometown pride and unbeatable deals collide. Drive with passion with Barkley. Visit us today or check us out online at barkleygmc.com.
Barkley makes it easy.
South Carolina 3, Alabama nothing with still 5:27 remaining in the first quarter. Gamecocks getting the football back. Their last drive ended on a big-time stop by Bama on that great tackle by James Smith just before the goal line. That was presented by Truckworks, the official commercial truck dealer of the Crimson Tide. 17 locations all throughout Alabama, Mississippi, and the Florida Panhandle, including in Tuscaloosa. Let's go down to the field to our Cooks Pest Control sideline reporter, Corey Reamer. Brought to you by Cooks Pest Control. Call Cooks to score superior protection from pests and termites. Corey, what do you want to see differently from Alabama's defense on this drive against Carolina?
Well, we were able to get a big stop right there when they got in the red zone, but I'd love to see this defense get some pressure and cause some negative plays. Put this South Carolina offense in some backed up, down and distance situations. Don't let them continue to get favorable position on the field with some short second and third downs. Let's force them to have to convert some longer down and distance situations. Really put some pressure on this offensive line when you get obvious passing situations. If they keep getting 5-6 yards a clip, makes it a little bit easier for this unit to avoid some of the pitfalls they've had so far of giving up so many sacks.
LT Overton, Tim Keenan the third, Edric Hill, and Anze Pierre will be along the front with Jefferson and Lawson, the linebackers. Deshaun Jones, excuse me, in the secondary, along with Dijon Lee for the Crimson Tide. Play action from Sellers. Pressure coming. Unloads it at the last moment. Bobbled. Picked off. Intercepted. On his feet. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. Deshaun Jones caught the deflection. And the pick six for Alabama gives the Tide a 6-3 lead.
Well, partner, you called it in the timeout. You said, I sure would like to see a turnover right here. I don't think you expected on the first play, but that was awesome. The pressure up front by L.T. Overton forced Lenore Sellers to hit his check down. The ball was bobbled by his running back, and Deshaun Jones was right there in order to be able to pick it up and run it in for the touchdown.
17-yard return after the pick. Here's Talty on to try the extra point. Snap a little low. Good hold by Dowd. The kick is up. It is through. And just like that, the Tide takes a 7-0 lead. 5:17 remains in the opening quarter of action. Our Bromberg scoring drive. One play, a pick six for the second consecutive week. A 7-3 score. Good guys on top here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check if they're going for it on 4th down before going to the concession stand.
Yeah, give me 3 hot dogs, 2 jumbo
Touchdown, baby! What? Hey, buddy, you want cheese with those?
Yeah, checking first is smart.
No.
So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Did you know that at Chevron, you can fuel up on unbeatable mileage and savings? With Chevron Rewards, you'll get 25 cents off per gallon on your next 5 visits. All you have to do is download the Chevron app and join to start saving on fuel. Then you can keep fueling up on other things like adventure, memories, vacations, daycations, quality time, and so many other possibilities. Head to your nearest Chevron station to fuel up and get rewarded today. Terms apply. See ChevronTexcoRewards.com for more details.
There's Team Pride, and then there's Extra Tide Pride. When I'm carrying the University of Alabama Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Bama gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra Roll Tide from the cashier, too. Visit Regions.com/GoBama to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
Crimson Tide in front, 7-3 over South Carolina with 5:17 remaining in the first quarter. For every Bama interception, participating Chick-fil-A restaurants in Alabama donate $1,000 to Children's of Alabama, up to $10,000 for the program as our Picks for Kids partner with that interception by Deshaun Jones. That is now 8 picks for Bama and $8,000 for Children's of Alabama. Special thank you to the Chick-fil-A restaurants in Alabama for supporting Children's of Alabama this season. Deshaun Jones, during his career at Wake Forest, 3 interceptions for the Demon Deacons, and Corey Reamer, perfect time for his first interception as a member of the Crimson Tide.
Yeah, it could have come at a better time. This crowd was starting to get a little momentum and made most of them sit on their hands pretty quickly right there with the first play out of this on the second drive. I love the assist from Justin Jefferson, holding him up so he doesn't go to the ground. Make sure we get in the end zone. You don't want to have to rely on anybody else to score a touchdown right there. Love the outcome. That's what you needed right there on the road in a hostile environment against a team that just had kicked a field goal and stopped our offense, forcing 3 and out right there, or at least forced a punt. Just exactly what you drew up to try to flip that momentum right here. Hopefully this defense is fired up, ready to go do it again.
Back-to-back weeks for a pick six for the Alabama defense, 13th takeaway, the 8th interception for the Bama D, and the Tide taking the lead by a score of 7-3, and you hope that will rattle the Gamecocks' cage just a little bit offensively, and maybe not as confident as they were on that previous drive, or on the first drive, I should say, where they marched it right down the field before they had to settle for a field goal inside the 5. Talty to kick it off. Toe meets leather, ball sails into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback as Harbor, unlike the first return that he had to start the game, will watch this one instead sail into the end zone. So 1st and 10 Gamecocks from their own 25-yard line, and Alabama will no doubt be rather ravenous defensively once again.
Love the measured approach we're taking up front, though, in trying to apply pressure on the quarterback. not getting too far upfield, trying to work those offensive linemen, but staying in control in case he escapes the pocket.
Fuller, the running back, to the left of Sellers, tight end to the right, 3 wideouts left. Handoff to Fuller, trying to get to the edge, tripped up, goes down. Yanze Pierre able to wrap him up and bring him down for a 4-yard loss.
Nice job of setting the edge by Yanze Pierre. They are trying to hit a little stretch play to the boundary. He sets the edge, gets upfield as the back is trying to bounce it to the outside and forces the loss.
Isaiah Faga checking out of the game. Isai, I should say, along with Smith. Keon Keeley up front for Alabama as they'll go a little inside option pitch, and they'll pick up about 6 yards, maybe 7 on that play before getting wrapped up was Jaden Sellers. LT Overton able to make the stop, but a 3rd down and 4 upcoming for South Carolina here. They're 2 of 3 on those 3rd downs so far. Oscar Attaway will be in the backfield to the right of Sellers. He's got 1 wide out right, trips left. Bama shows blitz, able to stop and not jump off sides as they did on the first 3rd down of the game. Sellers looking to throw. Looking, now he's going to have to run. He'll fire it down last moment, and what a break up by Deontay Lawson. Swatted away from the intended receiver, Brady Hunt, making that an incomplete pass rather than a completion. Corey Raymer, what a great play.
Yeah, it was. You saw that South Carolina checking right there when they saw all the blitzers that we were bringing. We made a check as well, ended up dropping back in zone coverage. Good job of keeping Lenore Sellers contained where he couldn't take off and run it, and then a phenomenal play of just batting that ball down, forcing the punt.
Mason Love on to punt, standing back at his own 16-yard line for the Gamecocks. A high spiraling punt that will be fair caught right at the 20-yard line by Alabama's Cole Adams. 49-yard effort from Love, and Alabama will have it 1st and 10 right at their own 20-yard line to begin this drive. Exactly, Tyler Watts, what you wanted from the Bama D.
Yeah, defense doing a nice job on the 2 previous possessions for South Carolina. Now the offense needs to step up. This is only their 4th play from scrimmage here in the 1st quarter with 3:50 to go. They need to get something rolling.
Do indeed, as Simpson will operate from the pistol. 2 men wide right, tied in to the left side, and the single setback is Daniel Hill. Hill will shift to the right side. Now Simpson with 2 tight ends to the right side of the formation. Play action. Tide looking, steps up in the pocket. Firing deep. He's got a man. It's Ryan Williams. Can't quite get to it. He dove at the 20. The ball landed at the 19. It's an incomplete pass, and oh, that was so close to being a big one for Alabama.
Carolina continues to run a single high safety, which sets up great opportunities on the perimeter with one-on-one coverage. I'm not sure if Ryan Williams ran hard all the way through because he was so open, but Ty Simpson threw that ball about 60, 65 yards in the air.
He may have held up just a little bit, thinking it wasn't going to be there, but he was trying to turn on the Jets late, that's for sure. 2nd down and 10 upcoming. Alabama with Hill to the left of Simpson. Fires across the middle quickly. Catch is made for a gain of 6. Rico Scott going down right at the 26-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 4 upcoming.
Ball came out awfully quick from Ty Simpson's hands. He feels this pressure, but it wasn't an accurate throw. Had it been, Rico Scott would have been able to turn it upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Good decision, though, by Rico just to take what was there, stay low, make the grab, setting up the 3rd and 4. 2 wideouts each side. Hill in the backfield to the left of Simpson, who operates from the pistol. Play action. Tide looking, firing left. It is incomplete. He was trying to connect with Rico Scott, and that throw went from sun, shadows, and back into sun, and it didn't look to me like Rico was able to see it very well.
Yeah, it didn't look like a horrible throw, but it was out of his reach. Not sure if the timing of the play was off a little bit, maybe with the depth of the route, but Rico Scott ran to the chains. And for the 2nd consecutive series, Alabama's forced to punt.
Again, it'll be Dowd who will wait on the snap from his own 11-yard line. Gets it and will boot this one away. A beautiful high spiraling kick that's going to hit at the 20 and will be picked up at the 16 and then wrapped up at the 22-yard line on the return. Thank you very much, Roger. Vakari Swain was the return man after a 59-yard punt. An absolute missile off the foot of Blake Dowd, and now the Gamecocks will get it back with, what have we got, 2:54 to go here in quarter number one. Alabama on top, 7-3, a pick six on the first play of the second drive by South Carolina, giving Alabama the lead. It was Deshaun Jones who got the pick six, and now South Carolina, which had to punt on its last drive, will have it 1st and 10. They'll run it right up the gut, and they've got room across the 30, the 35, and to the 37-yard line. Rasul Faison was finally brought down by the safety, Keon Sabb, but not until he picked up about 15 yards on that play.
Yeah, another huge hole right up the middle. They had a little jet sweep going across. Not sure if our backers went too wide. There's a huge hole right up the middle.
Simmons and Hill up front for Alabama defensively, along with Smith, and we've got a whistle and a flag has come in. I think it's going to be procedure against the Gamecocks.
False start. Offense, number 50. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Yeah, there's center Boaz Stanley. Transfer from Troy University in Alabama. 6'3", 325, and a fourth-year junior out of Bogart, Georgia. So on 2nd and 15, the Gamecocks will snap it to Sellers, trying to set up a screen. They dump it off, actually left side, breaking a tackle, getting across the 40, across midfield, and finally knocked down across the Bama 40-yard line was Faison. Another big gain for South Carolina, this one covering 38 yards, and it puts them all the way down to the Bama 34-yard line. Nope, they're going to back that up, it looks like, and spot them at the 36. Corey, what'd you see?
Yeah, it looked like Nakai Hill-Green had a really good read on that play right there. Had a chance to get him for a short gain, just able to slip away, not get him on the ground for a huge chunk.
From the Bama 36, Sellers looking to throw across the middle. It is caught, it's knocked loose. Ball on the deck, a scramble, and I think South Carolina got it, unless they called it incomplete to begin with. Stanley, the center, recovered it, but they said it was an incomplete pass that Jordan Dingle had for a moment. But then he got hit by two Bama defenders, Bray Hubbard being among them, knocking the football loose before he was able to make the legal catch.
Well, and to this point, Lenore Sellers has not been able to push the ball downfield very much at all because of the great coverage. Now, even when he's hitting those short throws, Alabama converging awfully quickly on the ball carrier.
It was Hubbard and Nakai Hill-Green that converged on that hit that separated the man from the football, and an incomplete pass of South Carolina on 2nd down and 10. Sellers forced to scramble, goes to his right, being chased, and he will get forced out of bounds around the 35-yard line. Justin Jefferson was one of 3 men that was chasing on that play, and will set up a 3rd down and 10 for the Gamecocks with under a minute remaining in the first quarter. Alabama trying to hang on to a 7-3 lead. Gamecocks will have it as they're 2 of 4 on 3rd downs already. This is another 3rd and 10 upcoming here.
Big play for Alabama, and if you do get a sack or negative play, you're going to force a punt.
2 wideouts left, 1 right, 2 men in the backfield to the right of Sellers. He'll look to throw across the middle. Catch is made, and oh, mercy, what a hit. Justin Jefferson leveled the man who made the grab. A heck of a play hanging on to it, but that chicken got defeathered. Donovan Murph wondering where he is right now. Corey Reamer, what a play, setting up 3rd and 4.
Hey, great job by keeping his head up, too, not getting called for the target. That's a good, clean hit. It's hard to find those these days in college football, but that's a linebacker's dream. You get a crossing route right in front of you. You're playing at the sticks. Come up there and just level somebody and get a good hit. Makes the hair on my arm stand up right there.
Yeah, probably did more to Donovan Murph than that. as the first quarter comes to a close. We'll swap into the field, and a big fourth down upcoming for South Carolina when we return. It's 7-3 Alabama after the first 15 minutes of action in Columbia on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
The mix of salty sea air and burnt rubber. The big skies, high banks, and grandstands. The rumble in your chest. That's what we love about the Daytona 500. Honoring history and making it. At the biggest race of the year on the biggest stage of a lifetime. The Daytona 500. You gotta see it to believe it. February 15th, 2026. Secure your experience now at Daytona500.com.
From the first whistle to the final play, being a part of the Crimson Tide calls for commitment and support. Nature Made vitamins are your winning play. From the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand, Nature Made is made to care for fans on game day and every day, so you can go all in on big wins, tough losses, and still show up for your team every time. Nature Made, the official vitamin and supplement of Alabama football, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
Kohl's lowest prices of the season are here, and they're so good, you're gonna wish you had enough hands for a second cart. Save on cozy tees for women, comfy jeans for boys, refreshed essentials for your home, and so much more. Because when prices are this low, self-control is overrated. Shop Kohl's lowest prices of the season and stock up now. Select styles. Offer ends October 26th. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
7-3 our score in Columbia, South Carolina. It's the Crimson Tide leading the Gamecocks again by a 7-3 score. Roger Hoover with your Alabama Power scoreboard update. Looking at the SEC scoreboard in the early window today, it was good to be on the road. Ole Miss picks up a win against Oklahoma, 34-26 in Norman. And then in Fayetteville, the Auburn Tigers pick up the win, 33-24 over the Arkansas Razorbacks. Games currently in progress. No score between Vanderbilt and Missouri. Just underway in the second quarter from Nashville. From Starkville, it's Texas with the lead, 7-0 on Mississippi State. Coming to you live inside the Alabama Credit Union broadcast booth at Williams-Brice Stadium. Feel good about your money with the Alabama Credit Union. Now let's go down to the field to our Cooks Pest Control sideline reporter Corey Reamer. Cooks Pest Control call Cooks to score superior protection from pests and termites. Once again, Corey, we see a big play on third down by this Alabama team as South Carolina likely will have to go for a field goal in this spot.
Yeah, it looks like they're getting ready to bring the field goal unit out. Kick this field goal, fourth at about 3 or 4 yards. The South Carolina offense has been able to pick up a couple chunk plays, but as the field condenses and they don't have as much room, they haven't had as much success. But big stop here by the defense, forcing this field goal attempt right here.
Mason Love made a 24-yarder earlier. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I said Mason Love. William Joyce with a 24-yarder earlier, his longest this year, 49 yards. And this attempt will be 47 from almost right in the middle of the field, definitely between the hashes. Waiting on the snap, that's a good one. Same on the hold. The kick is up, and the kick is wide right, no good. And Bama turns away South Carolina.
I'll tell you, his timing was off. He was starting to go towards the ball kind of before the snap even took place. So a lot of things disconjointed there. Alabama dodges another bullet after the big game by South Carolina. Now the offense. Can we get a first down?
Would certainly be nice. Crimson Tide does not have one. South Carolina has 7 so far. Daniel Hill again in the backfield. One of 2 men back there. Jam Miller, not the other running back. It's actually Jeremy Bernard who will not get the handoff. Yes, he does, and he gets wrapped up immediately. I thought Ty was going to pull it. And if he had, it looked like he had a lot of room. Easy for me to say from 30,000 feet.
I don't think this is a read option. This is an intended handoff all the way. And Dylan Stewart, nobody blocks him on that edge. And of all the guys that you have to account for, it has to be Dylan Stewart coming off of the edge.
Ankled it. Jeremy held on to it there. Cuevas, Williams, and Bernard will go wide left. Daniel Hill is wide right, I believe. Check that. It's not. It's Isaiah Horton who's wide right. With Jam to the right of Ty. It's Jam on the draw, and he'll get across the 30. 35, still on his feet. Jam to the 40. 45, still on his feet across midfield. And finally forced out of bounds in South Carolina territory at the Gamecock 46. But a flag is down.
Holding. Offense, number 71. Penalty in the spot of the foul. Remains second down.
Cam Newberry whistled for the foul, a hold that's going to wipe off what would have been a gain of more than 20 yards.
Boy, tough call there on Dewberry. Heck of a job, though, by Jan Miller, making about 5 or 6 guys miss for a big game. But Alabama, this offense continues to go the wrong way.
All the way back to the 15 now. And second down and 25. Ugh. Trips to the right side. 2 to the left. Empty set at the moment. Daniel Hill will go wide left, putting 3 men there. They'll try to dump it off, and Ty threw it right into the hands of, and thankfully out of the hands of Monkel Goodwine, the defensive tackle. The Bama transfer. Monkel Goodwine had to hit him right between the mitts. Happened twice last week, and thankfully neither was picked off, but Ty's been fortunate each of the last 2 weeks on trying to dump it off and hitting a defender right in the hands. He couldn't hang on to it. Now 3rd and 25 upcoming for Alabama. 2 wideouts left, 1 right. Simpson looking to throw. Plenty of time. Fires across the middle. Catch is made. It's well shy of the first down mark, and another flag is down.
I think South Carolina might have 12 men on the field.
Well, I hope that's right. What a huge penalty against the Gamecocks if that's the case.
There is no foul on the play for a legal substitution on the defense. There was only 11 players on the field at the snap. 4th down.
So it'll be 4th down and about 6 upcoming, and Alabama will have to punt it away.
Still a positive play, though.
Yeah.
You're behind on the chains because of 2 negative plays. With the loss on first down, the holding call, but you get a chunk play.
That there was 11 players on the field is now under video review.
That is one they can look at. And this play is under reviews, presented by Ziegler Meats. Pick up the same Ziegler Jumbo Frank served in Bryant-Denny Stadium at your local grocery store. Ziegler Meats, a tradition of great taste for over 90 years, and proud to be the official hot dog of the Crimson Tide.
It's 11.
If you say so, Captain.
Anytime, though, that a defender or anybody runs on late, obviously it's going to catch your attention. And there was no substitution. Nobody came out, or off the field, rather.
Let's see what they go with. Still looking at it.
After video review, there was 12 players on the field on defense. The 5-yard penalty for illegal substitution will be enforced from the 15-yard line, 5 yards, and it'll be 3rd down.
Why can't we have the play plus 5 yards at the end of it?
That math would work better for us, would it not? We would like that a lot better, but you do get another opportunity to convert, so instead of it being 4th and 6, and you know you got to punt it away, you do have 3rd and 20. That last play gained 19, but it is taken off. And we'll see if we can get 20 plus right here. Trips left. 1 man goes wide right. Simpson empty backfield. with time, fires it out right side, catch is made. Hill makes a man miss. 30, 35, 40. He's got a first down before he's bumped out of bounds. We got ISO coverage on the right side, and Alabama makes the most of a second opportunity. 26 from Daniel Hill, and the Tide moves the sticks on a bank first. First down there, first of the ball game.
And it was a safety that went out with Daniel Hill. I believe it was Judge Collier, and he is unable to make the tackle. It's just a 5-yard hitch route, but a good throw, good catch. You spin to the outside, make a guy miss, and you're able to move the chains.
So the Tide does indeed get the first down, and Daniel Hill will stay in the backfield to the right of Simpson, who operates from the pistol with 2 wideouts, now 3 going right as Bernard will join 2 others there. Ty looking, scrambling, trying to buy some time, fires downfield, has a man, catch is made, and out of bounds, Ryan Williams at the South Carolina 35-yard line. Nice job of buying some time there by Simpson, and the receivers continuing on to get open. 24 yards on the pickup there.
Well, more importantly, the offensive line doing an incredible job of holding up. Ty Simpson really doesn't have anybody in his face. He's just buying time because in his mind, that's when the ball is supposed to go out.
Bernard will go wide right. He's the only man to that side of the formation. Hill's in the backfield as Simpson operates under center. Parker Brailsford, who will snap it from the 34. Play action, rolling, looking, look out, gets hit from behind. Ball went to the turf, and I believe South Carolina has it, and they do. Only the 4th turnover of the year by Alabama, but Simpson got clocked from the backside as he was looking to throw downfield, but the turnover forced by South Carolina, and Troy Pikes is the man who recovers it, the defensive tackle for the Gamecocks. Corey, we'll come to you when we come back. 11:36 to go in the first half. Still a 7-3 Bama lead on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Game day is back, and you know what that means. Every down, every drive, and every snack counts. That's why Golden Flake is always the go-to, the real MVP when it comes to bold flavor. For over 68 years, Golden Flake has been the South's go-to snack for Saturdays. So if you want a game-winning bite, reach for everyone's favorite snacks. Golden Flake, proud to be the official potato chip of Alabama football.
Big Al, Rammer Jammer, and the $1 Million Band. This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
When you have the right team behind you, it's easy to play with confidence. The same is true when it comes to your health. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama provides what you need to feel healthier and happier. A choice of plans, a large network of doctors and hospitals, and personal support to help you choose the right plan with confidence. No second guessing, no confusion. Just care that works for you and your family. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama is proud to be on your team and proud to be a sponsor of athletic programs across the state.
With Marathon Rewards, you'll earn on every fill-up, which is amazing news for every kind of driver out there. Whether you're a wait forever to filler-upper, a routine topper-offer, a relentless road tripper, an occasional commuter, or just a regular old point A to beer, everyone can earn rewards and save up to $1 a gallon. And you can join Marathon Rewards online, through the app, and even at the pump, making signing up easy for every kind of signer-upper. At participating locations, terms and conditions apply.
Alabama 7, South Carolina 3 with still 11:36 remaining in the second quarter. I want to remind you to listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk shows on SiriusXM College Sports Radio, that's channel 84, and streaming on the SiriusXM app. Corey Reamer serves as our Cook's Pest Control sideline reporter. And Corey, there's never a good time for a fumble, but especially after so many good things had happened for Alabama on that drive.
Yeah, we had the momentum right there. Had a lot of offense, finally had some things going their way. This is how South Carolina has kept themselves in ball games all season long. They've forced 12 turnovers so far on the year. Get one right there, just as Alabama's finding some momentum and moving the ball down the field. This is the time for this Alabama defense to continue to step up. It's been on them for most of this first half, keeping this South Carolina offense out of the end zone, forcing field goal attempts, and we're scoring on defense as well. But like I said, this Alabama offense has got to find something. They've really helped out this South Carolina team to stay in this ball game so far, and unfortunately with a turnover right there.
Putting a lot of pressure on that defense, which has been out there for a bunch of snaps. Sellers, who's 7 of 9 for 89 yards with a pick 6, will go play action, rolls, throws, complete to his tight end, dragging across the middle. It's to the 45 of Alabama, and a first down. Brady Hunt making the grab, the transfer from Ball State with a gain of 13 on the play.
So much movement on the play. You have the jet sweep going across play action. It's a bootleg out. So you have the threat of the quarterback running the football, hitting it to the little slot there, and then you have the backside drive. It's a lot to defend.
Actually put him inside the 45. Toss to the left side, cutting it back up and brought down after a gain of 2 will be Fuller. Yonze Pierre was there along with Justin Jefferson on the stop.
Great pursuit though by Yonze Pierre, using that speed to get out there on the kind of an option toss sweep to the field, doing a good job running it down for a short gain.
So second down and 8 for the Gamecocks. They'll swing it out again to the tight end. Hunt tries to hurdle a man, and he's going to be close to the first down because of that effort. He got stopped, but he fell forward. And I think that's going to be very close to the sticks. If not 1st and 10, it's going to be 3rd and a foot. It is indeed 3rd down and less than a yard upcoming.
No shock what you're about to get here. Can you win up front? You have to push this offensive line backwards.
Running back to the left side of Sellers is Fuller. They will hand it off to him. He gets stacked up. I don't think he got it.
Oh, what a spot.
Boy, that's a generous spot.
Yeah, it's going to be enough, unfortunately. He had to get to the 35-yard line, and I think the ball may have just touched the line. But right now we're getting great push up front.
Let's see. They hadn't given it to him yet. They haven't. It's 4th and inches. Gamecocks are going to go for it. Sellers from the pistol. See if it's a quarterback keep. Sellers will hand it off. They'll get a first down and a couple of yards more. Glad he handed it off, Tyler, because if he kept it and gone to the edge, he'd have had a lot more room.
Yeah, but he's reading that backside defender, and you're holding him and preventing him from being able to crash down the running back. And that's just enough to allow Fuller to be able to pin his ears back up in there and move the chains.
So 1st and 10 Gamecocks at the Alabama 33-yard line now. Sellers will keep it himself, trying to get outside, breaks a tackle. No, he's going to slip down and go down at the 38. Red Morgan, the sophomore out of Phoenix City, Alabama, able to record the stop for a loss of 3 on the play.
And right now South Carolina is trying to do a lot of misdirection that Vanderbilt runs so successfully. The difference right now is we're dominating the line of scrimmage and able to blow the plays up and make them speed up. Nice job by Red Morgan getting in the backfield. Didn't bring Sellers all the way down, but knocked him off balance and he fell to the turf.
A loss of 4 actually back to the 38 as Sellers will look to throw back left side. Incomplete. It was off the hands of the intended receiver. And boy, Zabian Brown almost had himself a pick 6 for the 2nd straight week, Corey.
Yeah, that's a great job. This defensive line is just playing phenomenal. They didn't recognize that screen, immediately began retracing. Even if that is a completion, they're going to get him on the ground pretty quickly right there.
Mazio Bennett's the one that had it go off his hands, incomplete. South Carolina 2 of 6 on 3rd downs, and they have got 3rd and 14 right here. Sellers again from the pistol, 1 man to his right. Bama showing 3 down linemen, and they'll rush another one in Lawson. He's going to get there, but breaking away from him is Sellers, and he'll get forced out of bounds well shy of the first down mark at the 35 of Alabama. Boy, Deontay Lawson did everything but get him to the turf.
And we said it. Getting to him is one thing. Getting him down is another. He just kind of squats down as Deontay Lawson goes over the top of him and isn't able to control his body and be able to complete the sack. squeezes loose, but thank goodness we're in zone coverage. Everyone rallies to Sellers. And now on a 4th and long, surely they're going to punt the ball. I think it'll take a delay here.
Maybe to buy room for the punter or talk it over. Nope, Shane Beamer's going to use the timeout with 7:35 to go.
South Carolina.
In this
it is their first
second quarter of play, and it brings us to a media timeout. 7-3 Alabama. The Tide will try to keep it that way when we come back to Columbia here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Game day is about big plays and big energy, but it's also about the little things. It's about the energy of a community coming together to cheer for our heroes on the field, the tireless work that goes into every game from the front gate to the 50-yard line, and making memories that last a lifetime. Alabama Power knows that dedication makes all the difference. That's why we're here to keep you moving with reliable power and the programs that help you save. Now that's big. Alabama Power, proud sponsor of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
When you have the right team behind you, it's easy to play with confidence. The same is true when it comes to your health. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama provides what you need to feel healthier and happier. A choice of plans, a large network of doctors and hospitals, and personal support to help you choose the right plan with confidence. No second guessing, no confusion. Just care that works for you and your family. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama is proud to be on your team and proud to be a sponsor of athletic programs across the state.
Roll Tide. I'm Katherine Robertson, proud graduate of the University of Alabama, and I'm running to be Attorney General. Under the leadership of President Trump, America has had a winning season, and I'll stand with him to make sure we keep winning, putting criminals behind bars and deporting violent illegals. I'm proud to have the support of the Alabama Farmers Federation, along with sheriffs and police chiefs from across our state. Visit KatherineForAG.com to join our team. Roll Tide.
Paid for by Robertson for Attorney General. P.O. Box 530063, Birmingham, Alabama 35253.
Alabama leading South Carolina 7-3 in Columbia with still 7 minutes 33 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Across the conference is presented by Homewood Suites. Games in progress at the moment. Touchdown Mississippi State. The Bulldogs now even at 7 with Texas with 5:14 remaining in the first quarter. And also Missouri has gone in front of Vanderbilt 3-0 in Nashville just under 5 minutes to go until halftime in that ball game. Once again, Corey Reamer is our Cooks Pest Control sideline reporter. Cooks Pest Control. Call Cooks to score superior protection from pests and termites. Up front, Corey, we're seeing some good things from this Alabama defense and finding ways to get back in the backfield against Sellers.
Yeah, we definitely are. This defensive line is playing phenomenal, taking advantage of this offensive line for South Carolina that's struggled all year. You've got to find a way to get him on the ground when you got him for a sack right there. Make this decision for Shane Beamer a lot more difficult, or probably a lot easier. You know you're going to punt the football if you get him on the ground. He's able to escape, but like Tyler said, phenomenal job of this defense rallying to the football, not letting him get a huge chunk of yards, get that first down right there.
4th down and 12 here. Do you anticipate just maybe a jump ball to Nick Harbor, trying to either get a first down or pass interference?
I mean, ball on the 35, a punt really doesn't do anything. We've seen their field goal kickers struggle from distance right now. I mean, what do you have to lose? If you punt it, more than likely he goes in the end zone, ball comes out to the 20, only gains 15 yards on the play. So really, I think the playbook is absolutely wide open. They've got some big receivers. They haven't really done any jump ball plays, but 4th and 15, Alabama's defense has got to be prepared for that as well. Play soft coverage, just don't let them get behind you.
They are playing soft at the moment as Sellers will walk up to the line of scrimmage, perhaps to change the play, and Alabama will change as well and bring about 7 men to the line of scrimmage. 8 actually up front. We're going to bring the house. Sellers looking, firing across the middle. Catch is made, and down inside the 15 with a grab is Jaden Sellers. Bama brought 8 but couldn't get to him, Tyler.
Yeah, and that's what's frustrating. You give a one-on-one opportunity, and when you're able to pick up the pressure, there's just all kinds of grass to be able to convert.
26 yards on the pickup to the 13-yard line of Alabama. Gamecocks working into one of the few patches of sunlight that's left without being covered by shadows here at Williams-Brice. Quarterback draw. Sellers trying to bounce to the outside. Does a second time. Gets strung out. Now turns it up. Dives. Did he get in? I believe he did. Touchdown. But a flag is down back around the 8-yard line. And judging from the reaction.
Holding. Offense, number 51. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
You could see the reaction, or we could. Trey Babalade, or Tree Babalade, is the man who's called for the hold, the right tackle, that apparently sprung the quarterback at the end of that play. And that's a big, big penalty right there. Taking the touchdown off the board and backing the football up. Shane Beamer livid on the South Carolina sideline. And he is, as we say in the South, giving them what for. 2 wideouts left, 2 wide right for Lenoris Sellers, who's got a single setback to his left. He'll throw a little bubble screen out left, and Bama reads it perfectly. A great job racking up Donovan Murph. And let's see, flags are going to come in late on Alabama. I think they're going to get Yanze Pierre for unnecessary roughness. And Kalen DeBoer is mad, Corey, because he thinks it's a makeup call.
Yeah, that was going to be pretty tough. I don't know how you call that one. Obviously, you don't want to.
Defense, number 42. The penalty will be enforced from the dead ball spot, half the distance to the goal. First down.
You just don't want to suplex somebody. I mean, he had the tackle. All you got to do is get him to the ground, do a little WWE move right there, and slam him on his back. It's just, I don't know if it's worth a penalty, but you don't want to give him a reason to throw that flag, especially when you're on the road. You've got some things going your way.
So the step off puts it back inside the 15, all the way to the Alabama 11 right now. Trips left. A single wide out to the right side, but in tight of the formation. That's Jaden Sellers. Now they'll bring a man in motion to the right side as well. Sellers, the quarterback, pressure coming, almost tripped up, stays on his feet, flag down. They're going to get him for a hold as Sellers is run out of bounds near the 10, but this one's going to come back. Another hold whistled on the South Carolina offensive line.
Holding. Offense, number 74. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
Josiah Thompson, 6'7", 300-pound sophomore out of Dillon, South Carolina, guilty of that infraction. So 2 holding calls in the last 3 plays for South Carolina. That is their 4th penalty of the day. And this puts it back outside the 20th to 21. They can pick up a first down without a touchdown, but the first down mark is right at the 1-yard line of Alabama. Sellers on the option, pitches near side, and a great job by Alabama to string it out. Deshaun Lee able to bring down the ball carrier. That was Matt Fuller.
Hey, Red Morgan did a really good job from that strong safety position and coming up and taking Sellers and putting him to the turf.
So second and more than 20. Sellers looking to throw, fires on the slant, incomplete. It was too high for his intended receiver, Jared Brown. Red Morgan was there in coverage, and again, a tip ball that hung in the air and almost long enough for Alabama to pick it off.
Corey, right now, if I'm Alabama, man, I'm just rushing 4, maybe 5. I'm forcing Lenoris Sellers to really read coverage and actually throw an accurate pass.
Yeah, we're able to get home by bringing only 4, so there's no reason to bring any extra, especially when it gets down here in the red zone like this. You got more guys out in coverage. It's tougher for those guys to find the holes in a zone defense. These guys just keep you to win those one-on-one battles up front.
Attaway, the single setback to the right of Sellers, who works from the pistol again with trips left. He'll look across the middle. He'll fire, catches made, and then making the stop for Alabama again will be Bray Hubbard on Jordan Dingle, the tight end for the Gamecocks, and it will be 4th down upcoming, and the Gamecocks will have to settle for a field goal try. He made it from 24. He missed from 47. This will be a 34-yard attempt. William Joyce waiting on the snap, gets the hold, gets the kick up, and the kick is good, and South Carolina is to within 1. 7-6 now is the score. 4:23 remaining in quarter number 2. Alabama still on top, but by the slimmest of margins when we return to the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Tide pride. When I'm carrying the University of Alabama Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Bama gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra Roll Tide from the cashier, too. Visit regions.com/GoBama to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
Alabama football lives here.
Let's get out of here.
This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
You can find all Crimson Tide Sports Network video content online on the CTSN YouTube page. It's the home of the live booth and courtside cams, episodes of Crimson Drive driven by NASCAR, plus replays of Crimson Tide Rewind. Our YouTube shorts will deliver thrilling Alabama radio highlights, plus interview clips from Alabama student athletes, coaches, and media members that you can't miss. Subscribe to the Crimson Tide Sports Network on YouTube for the very latest on the Crimson Tide.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Alabama Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Still 4 minutes, 23 seconds until halftime in Columbia. It's now Alabama with a 7-6 lead at South Carolina. Coming up, we will have the Full Moon Barbecue halftime report. But right now, an opportunity for the Crimson Tide to get the football back. Again, trailing 7-6. Tyler Watts, again, we saw some really good things for Alabama's offense on that last drive. What needs to happen now in this drive? Try and build on this lead.
Well, unfortunately, we've only seen 1 or 2 positive really plays the entire first half. We have to be able to stack positive play on top of positive play. Something this Alabama offense has done so well all season long. Yet today, you cross the 50, you go for a home run shot, you take a sack, ends up being a fumble. Those are the unfortunate things. You have to have ball security. Let's start stacking plays on top of one another and grind down this defense. Right now, Carolina has had the ball over 18 minutes of this first half with just 4:23 to go. Alabama needs to put a drive together and respond.
Lenoris Sellers, 12 of 19 for 141. No touchdowns, 1 interception. Ty Simpson, 3 of 6, 52 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. But the fumble that Tyler referenced, making the 4th consecutive week that Alabama has had a turnover in a game, as the kickoff will sail to the 3-yard line, and it will be returned by Rico Scott to the 15. Rico tripped down at the 19-yard line. 1st and 10 Alabama from right there. So rather than taking the fair catch and getting it at the 25, Scott trying to make a play, understandably, and Bama held to a return that only allows him to have it at the 19-yard line. Let's see what Alabama can draw up offensively. Trips left, single setback will be Jam Miller. He's only had 2 carries on the day, as Jeremy will go in motion to the right side. They'll look that direction. They'll fire it to him. He makes a catch. He tried to make a man miss, but gets wrapped up just shy of the first down mark. Still a 9-yard pickup. That's twice we've tried to ISO somebody one-on-one on the edge, and it's turned into a nice game.
Well, and it's been open both times. Right now, this secondary for Carolina, they're doing everything they can at the point of attack, but we're better than them, and it's a matter of time before we bust one of these short throws into a big play.
Play action to Jam, stepping up in the pocket. Ty across the middle, a great diving catch. Ryan Williams down at the 49-yard line. Another bank first down for Alabama. A gain of 19 on that play.
Carolina brings edge pressure so wide. Ty Simpson has to be conscious and step up into the pocket. He does here, surveying, driving the ball across the middle of the field.
Hand off to Jam, trying to work up the middle, and does for a gain of a couple on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8 upcoming. Damon Clowney, transfer from Charlotte, making that stop as Alabama will have 2nd and 7 actually now. Empty backfield at the moment for Ty, with Jam going wide right, joining Jeremy on that side of the formation. Ty looks left, pressure coming, unloads, incomplete. He got hit just as he was ready to throw the football, and fortunate that he wasn't brought down for a loss there, as we'll have 3rd and long upcoming.
Had Jeremy Bernard on a little crosser. He was trying to go too late. If it had been a little bit quicker, there's an opportunity to catch and release. However, you avoid the catastrophic sack by getting rid of the football.
3rd and 7. Cuevas, the tight end, offset to the right side. Trips, counting Cuevas to the right side of the formation. And now they'll all shift to the left. Tight end will stay to the right, but it's Horton, Williams, and Bernard wide left. Simpson looking to throw, stepping up in the pocket, scrambling to his right, fires, has a man, catches made. Daniel Hill, 30, still on his feet, 20, 15, stumbles and down at the 6-yard line. Bank first down. What a grab, Daniel Hill. 42 yards on a great read and improv on the part of Alabama's Ty Simpson. We owe you a station ID, and we'll take it now. Back after this on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Daniel Hill behind the quarterback, Ty Simpson, who operates from the pistol. Rico Scott goes in motion to the right side of the formation. Rolling, Ty keeps it himself. 5, cuts it back, down at the 3. And Alabama will have it 2nd and goal from there. Judge Collier saved the touchdown for the Gamecocks, as a timeout, I believe, is going to be called thanks to that 2-minute timeout. So Bama will have it 2nd and goal from the 3 when we come back, trying to add to a 7-6 lead on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fans section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
2 minutes left to go in this 2nd quarter. Alabama trying to build on a 7-6 lead against South Carolina. Make sure you stay with us for the Full Moon Barbecue halftime report. Bama fans, after another Alabama victory, drop by and celebrate at Full Moon Barbecue, now with 16 locations. There's always one near you. It's the best little pork house in Alabama. Join us coming up for the Full Moon Barbecue halftime reports. And Tyler Watson, it's time for the Crimson Tide offense to punch it in the end zone.
I know this is when you want to see Caden Proctor, but I want to see us just line up and be able to run the ball right down their throat. Here at the 3-yard line, previous play, a little bit better block on the perimeter. Ty Simpson's able to run it in. However, you got 1st and goal from the 3. This is where you have to show your muscle here and be able to drive those defenders off the ball. Something Alabama's really been struggled with here, controlling the line of scrimmage in the running game in these type of situations. You know Carolina's going to be pinning their ears back as well, anticipating the run. So does Alabama go play action on 1st down? Maybe hold that to 2nd.
Caden Proctor and Gamble. Anything but a proctorologist on this one. We just want to score however we can get it on this one, as Alabama will have it 1st and 10 from the Gamecocks, 2nd down and goal from the Gamecocks 3-yard line. TV took a timeout once again to talk things over, but Corey Reamer, Alabama desperately needs a score, and I don't mean just in terms of the outcome of the game, but just to give that offense some momentum going into halftime.
Yeah, they definitely do, and take some pressure off this defense too. Its defense has just been playing absolutely phenomenal in this first half, keeping South Carolina out of the end zone. This would do wonders, and this drive we're putting together is, we're going into halftime, but still being able to keep this defense off the field, give them some rest, finally sustaining a drive that eats up some clock. It would be great if we could just find a way to finish this one off with points.
Olas Alinen in the ball game, along with 2 others, and Caden Proctor's in the backfield to the left of Simpson. Bama operating from the 4. 2 wideouts right. Simpson getting the snap, handing it off, and tripped up and down, couldn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Losing a yard on the play was indeed Caden Proctor. Nick Barrett submarine and blew that play up.
Well, and that idea is good. If you're able to blow the defensive line off of the ball with your O-line, then you got a big old body going up against linebackers. But when you don't get much of a push, it makes it tough. Would have loved to have seen some sort of play action out of that, because Carolina was anticipating the big guy getting the ball.
A loss of a yard, making it 3rd and goal from the 3. Proctor at left tackle again. 2 wideouts right, 1 left. Daniel Hill to the right of Simpson. He'll bring a man in motion left side in Williams. Ty looking, floater, corner, caught but shoved out of the back of the end zone. Ryan Williams. If he's able to come down straight, it's a completion and a touchdown. But a good job by the Gamecocks, knocking him all the way back into the hedges and setting up 4th and goal from the 3 with 1:50 to go. And Bama's going to go for it right here. A.K. Deer, check that, I'm sorry, Daniel Hill for Alabama in the backfield. In motion, Bernard. Simpson looking, firing, catch, touchdown. Josh Cuevas makes the grab in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. 4 yards on the strike, and Bama converts on the 4th and goal with 1:45 to play before intermission.
All kinds of motion pre-snap, tips the hat. Carolina's running zone coverage, so you're going to have guys come open late if your offensive line can hold up. They do. And you have Ryan Williams and Jeremy Bernard working to Ty Simpson's left. He comes back to Cuevas across the middle on a deep end, and he's wide open.
Talty's extra point attempt up and good, and our Bromberg scoring drive recap. 9 plays, 81 yards, 2:23 off the game clock. Josh Cuevas on the receiving end of the 4-yard strike from Ty Simpson, and Alabama makes it a 14-6 lead with 1:45 remaining here in quarter number 2. And Tyler Watts, a lot of time for South Carolina, but a lot of time for Alabama's defense to do something good and give the offense another opportunity.
Yeah, for the first time all year long, we have all 3 timeouts. So depending how we play on 1st down, if we're able to get a short gain, no gain, positive play in our favor, we can go ahead and start utilizing timeouts so we can sustain some time on the clock potentially for this Alabama offense to get one more scoring opportunity before half.
Nick Harbor, one of the deep men. Jaquel Holman, the other for South Carolina. As Talty will do his best to boot this one through the end zone and make the Gamecocks start from their own 25-yard line. Talty approaches the football, toe meets leather, kick sails towards the end zone and through the back of it, and it'll be a touchback. Again to the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 for South Carolina. Second touchback on 3 kickoffs this half. Recorded by Talty. And the first kick sailed into the end zone, as it looks like Isaiah Horton's heading to the locker room a little early. He trotted to the locker room along with 3 or 4 members of the training staff. So we'll try to check on his status for you at halftime. As the Gamecocks work for their 25 with 2 wideouts left, one to the right for Sellers, and a man in the backfield. He gets the snap, blitz coming, and he's going to go down. What a play. Justin Jefferson got the sack, held on for dear life. Timeout, Alabama, as the sack goes all the way back. Why are they going to spot it at the 16? He went down at the 12, but they're going to say his forward progress was the 16-yard line.
It's a negative play. That's what we wanted, and immediately Kalen DeBoer comes over. Coach DeBoer comes over, calls timeout. Corey, for the first time, we're able to get to Sellers, and it wasn't easy, but we're finally able to get him down.
Yeah, you saw he was not easy to bring down right there. Justin Jefferson's hanging all over him, trying to get him on the ground, but phenomenal job bringing a little linebacker blitz right through the A-gap, untouched. It's exactly what you want in this situation right here. Get him on the ground, call timeout. You got 1:39 left in this half. Let's do it 2 more times.
Alabama's defense huddling up, talking things over.
I'm telling you, we're able to get pressure, though, just by bringing 4, maybe adding late 5th, which is what Justin Jefferson just did, and then playing coverage behind it, keeping everything in front.
Xavier Mincy at one safety with Keon Sabb, the other for the Crimson Tide. Snap to Sellers. Pressure coming again up the middle. Fires across the middle, and it's dropped. He was trying to connect with Oscar Attaway, who I believe heard footsteps. LT Overton was applying the pressure on Lenoris Sellers, and now the clock stops with 1:35 to go. Bama doesn't have to burn a timeout, and it's 3rd down and around 15 to go. Trips left for the Gamecocks, and now as I say that, they'll shift 1 man to the right side of the formation. Sellers looking, stepping up, firing, and knocked away. Bray Hubbard, what a play. Came diving in and knocked it away from the intended receiver, Corey Reamer. A great job by Bama's defense.
Yeah, you're anticipating them taking shots across the middle of the field, deep middle of the field with that down and distance right there. It's where they've had success on offense, throwing the ball down the field. Bray Hubbard did a good job as the whole player right there, figuring out where those over routes are coming from and getting right underneath it to be able to bat that ball away, force a 4th down kick.
Great time for Cole Adams' first touchdown return of a punt, as Love will punt it away. It's a long, long punt that's going to sail away from Cole and out of bounds, and Bama will get great starting field position right at their own 35. 2 timeouts in their hip pocket and 1:23 to go in the first half. And just as you were kind of joking about during the timeout after the touchdown, Tyler Watts, yeah, Bama's got the ball, plenty of time to get another score on the board and get the ball first to begin the second half.
And this is where Ty Simpson has to be smart, though. Understand where the pressure's coming from. Don't put the ball in harm's way. Make sure that you secure it. You want to get out of here up 14-6 at a minimum.
Daniel Hill in the backfield with 2 wideouts each side for Simpson. Gets the snap, play action, looking right, firing right side, incomplete. Tried to throw the back shoulder fade to Rico Scott, who I think thought he was supposed to just streak down the sideline. It's incomplete, stopping the clock with 1:18 to go before intermission.
And some of that's just not being on the same page. Sometimes a receiver feels he's covered, doesn't think the ball is going to come to him, and a quarterback sees it completely different.
Trips right, one man left. Bernard on the outside of Cuevas to the right side of the formation. Firing, catches made. Cuevas near the first down mark, maybe a yard and a half shy, but it'll be 3rd and short after a pickup of 8.
And Alabama won't be in a hurry, but they will get up to the line quickly. They will make sure they have the right play, convert this, and then they'll sure enough go into a 2-minute.
Just under 1 minute to go in the half right now. Ty gets the snap. Looking to his right, firing, catches made and shoved out of bounds. That is Bernard. Nope, Brian Williams makes the grab. After a gain of about 6, it'll be enough for a bank first down. And Bama's got it right around the midfield stripe.
O-line doing a nice job. Have to make sure these wide pressures that Carolina is bringing, that they're washing it upfield, and Ty Simpson stepping up in the pocket.
Actually, from the Bama 48, as they spotted on the far side of midfield. Now a deep ball left side, trying to get with Williams, and that was incomplete. He got tangled up with the defensive back on that side, the nickelback Jalen Kilgore, not able to get separation, and that one winds up being overthrown.
I think it's another case, though, of the receiver not thinking the ball's going to come to him, but Ty Simpson sees one-on-one coverage. Carolina has to substitute a DB in here late. Let's see if Alabama picks on him immediately.
Cole Adams checks in the slot near side for Bama. 2nd and 10 upcoming with 45 seconds to go in the half. Simpson, plenty of time, looking, checks it down to Hill. Daniel fights near the first down mark. He'll be short of it. It'll be 2nd and 2 with 36, 35, 34 seconds to go. And Kalen DeBoer will use one of his 2 remaining timeouts right there.
Checkdowns are crucial in these type of situations. You want to push the ball down the field, but if it's not there, you know you have soft coverage that Carolina's playing. Hitting that check down guy, Daniel Hill being able to turn it up for positive yardage makes all the difference in the world.
Bama 3 of 6 on 3rd downs. South Carolina just 2 of 9. They do have 11 first downs in the half. Alabama only 6, and they've actually had 169 yards of total offense to 148 for the Crimson Tide. And again, the bulk of that yardage offensively has come in the last drive and a half. A 14-6 Alabama lead, driving with 33 seconds to go before intermission. 1 timeout left, and the ball at the 44 of the Gamecocks. 3rd and a couple right here. Simpson will bring Bernard in tight left, now gets the snap. Looking, ball tipped into the air, and it is knocked down, incomplete. You had 3 men going for it, 2 of them in Carolina jerseys. Kilgore and Johnson were battling with Jeremy Bernard, and it falls incomplete, and a break there for Alabama. Let's see if Kalen DeBoer goes conservative and punts it away, or if he's going to go for it here with 27 seconds to go in 4th and 2 upcoming, right around the South Carolina 43. Bama's converted. It's only 4th down attempt so far this half. 2 wideouts near side. Cuevas will come wide to the near side, getting the snap, looking, stepping up, first down. Simpson looking for more, not much, but he does get to the 41. That's enough to move the sticks. Another bank first down with 19 seconds to go. Nick Barrett made the stop, but the clock will hold until now, and it's running as Bama gets to the line. 1 timeout left. Simpson getting the snap, looking downfield, deep. He's got a man down there. Single coverage. It's incomplete. Jeremy Bernard wanted pass interference, but there was no whistle on Bakari Swain.
That was a little bit of a frustrating sequence there. That's all or nothing, because now with only 6 seconds, you really don't have time. Maybe throw a little quicker to the outside or somewhere and pick up some positive yardage, but this would set up for an extreme long field goal. I just don't know if you have time to throw the ball any further than maybe 5 or 6 yards downfield.
Obviously, unless you're going to go for it all. Bernard to the near side with Cuevas. Jam is offset at the moment to the right with South Carolina using a timeout. Bama had Rico Scott
South Carolina.
And Cole Adams wide right along with Jam. And with a little uncertainty of what the Tide was looking to do, Carolina uses a timeout to get their defense aligned.
I tell you what, Ty Simpson has had several great one-on-one, deep look opportunities down the field, and we have not connected on a single one of them. Some of them, the receivers haven't necessarily been thinking the ball was coming towards them. Some of them been a little bit overthrown, not true 50-50 balls, but at some point we're going to complete one of those if we keep pushing it and getting the protection up front. But here with 6 seconds, you'd love positive yardage, and then Connor Talty with an opportunity to drive it through the uprights right before halftime.
Simpson 10 of 19, 148 and a score. Sellers 12 of 21, 141 and a pick for the Gamecocks. Bama on top 14-6. Trying to add another score here at the end of the half. We'll get the ball first to begin the second. Simpson from the pistol, empty backfield. Gets the snap, looking, firing left side, incomplete. Was looking for Bernard in the seam, but couldn't connect with him there. It's incomplete, and let's see, it'll be the Hail Mary, I would assume, or attempt thereof, with just 2 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah. Another one. Thought Derek Meadows was about to check in. He's your great big tall receiver. So you're able to pick up 6 yards right there. You're trying for the field goal.
Bernard, Scott, Cuevas to the right side, Ryan Williams to the left. They've got 3 men deep inside the 10-yard line to South Carolina and Alabama.
Alabama.
We'll talk things over right here.
It will be 30 seconds.
You know, and I'm wanting to make sure I'm telling Ty Simpson, hey, you feel any pressure, just fall to the dirt. We'll go into halftime up. We'll get the ball back. We cannot have a strip sack return for a touchdown.
And also don't want you taking a free shot from the defense as well.
Yeah.
Corey, hearing anything down there, or what are your thoughts on what we got left?
Well, it seems like we had some opportunities like Tyler was talking about with some deep balls. And Jeremy Bernard on that last one looked like he was trying to play into the DB, even though he was on top of him. If he would have just kept running, I feel like he was underneath that ball and could have caught that for a touchdown. Seems like he was trying to get some contact to get a flag thrown right there. We're going to connect on those at some point. We tried to go back to the well where we had some success last week against Tennessee on that last throw. Just wasn't able to connect with him on the sideline with a little out route underneath. Jeremy running up the sideline, really trying to put the DBs in a tough spot. We just weren't able to connect. But it feels like we're getting some momentum, and those plays are going to hit at some point in this game.
Derek Meadows at 6'5", who was knocked out cold a couple of weeks ago, into the game for Bama. He's swinging out, set up a little screen. Bernard trying to get down the sideline, staying on his feet, changing direction, and finally goes out of bounds around the 15-yard line. Not a bad roll of the dice there by Alabama, but not able to get anything out of it. But again, we'll go to the locker room with a 14-6 lead, and we are going to get the football first to begin the third quarter of play. In a few minutes, Corey Reamer will get Coach Kalen DeBoer. And our conversation at the half will be presented by T-Mobile. Alabama rolls with T-Mobile, the best mobile network in the U.S., according to Ookla Speed Test. And Tyler, we'll get a thought from you real quick on what we've seen in the first 30.
Corey's right. The defense is playing outstanding, creating a turnover, returning it for a touchdown. They have kept this football team in this ballgame so far. Finally, though, the offense, the last 2 or 3 drives, was able to move the football effectively. Ran out of time there. Maybe not the best clock management, but we're moving the football at good clips. Protection's been nice up front. You get the ball coming out of second half, you got to make a statement right there and play better in the second half of this ballgame.
Coach Kalen DeBoer finishing up with television, now making his way to Corey Reamer.
Coach, defense really did a phenomenal job in that first half, keeping South Carolina out of the end zone. Finally get some points on the board from that offense. What have you seen so far out of the team this first half?
Yeah, I'm just disappointed. I mean, we can't make the easy plays, the easy throws. I mean, they're just right there. It's the stuff you practice. But, you know, I know we'll come back and keep swinging. It's a nice job on 4th down, getting the touchdown in a critical moment. So the defense is doing a nice job buckling down, especially when we get them down when they get us down in the red zone.
What's your message to your team at halftime before you come out with the ball in the second half?
Yeah, we got to be better.
Appreciate it, Coach. Roll Tide.
Thank you, Corey. Thank you, Coach. And thank you again to T-Mobile for bringing us Coach Kalen DeBoer at the half. 14-6, Alabama leading on the road here in Columbia, South Carolina. Roger Hoover takes you through halftime when we come back on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
The mix of salty sea air and burnt rubber. The big skies, high banks, and grandstands. The rumble in your chest. That's what we love about the Daytona 500. Honoring history and making it. At the biggest race of the year on the biggest stage of a lifetime. The Daytona 500. You gotta see it to believe it. February 15th, 2026. Secure your experience now at Daytona500.com.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Tide pride. When I'm carrying the University of Alabama Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Bama gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra Roll Tide from the cashier, too. Visit Regions.com/GoBama to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
We're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Hi, this is Coach Kalen DeBoer. Coke Zero Sugar is the Coke taste you love with zero sugar. Try it today and roll Tide.
Kohl's lowest prices of the season are here, and they're so good. You're gonna wish you had enough hands for a second cart. Save on cozy tees for women, comfy jeans for boys, refreshed essentials for your home, and so much more. Because when prices are this low, self-control is overrated. Shop Kohl's lowest prices of the season and stock up now. Select styles. Offer ends October 26th. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
This is the Full Moon Barbecue Halftime Report on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Full Moon Barbecue, the best little pork house in Alabama. Alabama football is also brought to you by Coca-Cola. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. Golden Flake, the official potato chip of the Alabama Crimson Tide. All-State, you're in good hands. Bud Light, proud sponsor of Alabama Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. And by Ford, proud partner of the Crimson Tide. The Full Moon Barbecue Halftime Report starts now.
Halftime at Williams-Brice Stadium, our score, Alabama 14 and South Carolina 6. Welcome to the Full Moon Barbecue Halftime Report. I'm Roger Hoover. The game stats and facts are brought to you by Cadence Bank. Cadence Bank is a proud partner of the Crimson Tide. Cadence, there's opportunity here. Crimson Tide with the advantage 14-6 over South Carolina. Alabama outscoring Carolina 7-3 in the first quarter and 7-3 as well in the second quarter of play. Alabama with 173 yards of total offense, mostly through the air. 171 passing yards for Alabama, only 2 yards on the ground for the Crimson Tide in the first 30 minutes of play. Meanwhile, South Carolina, 169 yards of total offense, 141 passing, 28 on the ground for the Gamecocks. The Domino's Drive for Dough is presented by your locally owned and operated Domino's in Tuscaloosa. If Bama scores on its first drive of the second half, Greg Moore from Tuscaloosa will win a gift card for the amount of yards in the scoring drive. Enter to win on the RolledTide.com contest page to be the next Domino's Drive for Dough winner. In football, there's always a winner and a loser, but when it comes to great Southern barbecue, there is only one winner. Full Moon Barbecue, voted one of America's top 10 barbecue joints, and now with 16 locations to serve you. You're listening to the Full Moon Barbecue Halftime Report. Up next, we'll check scores from around the country and the SEC with Danielle Brower at our studios giving you the Alabama Power scoreboard update. Once again, our score at halftime at Williams-Brice Stadium, Alabama 14, South Carolina 6. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Dad, are you going to make s'mores or not?
Air mattress inflated, tablet charged. Yes, ready.
I thought the point of camping was to get away from it all.
I've been really responsible with my savings. Have to spoil myself un poquito.
Mother Nature. Meet my dad, the Glamping King.
Glamp your way to financial growth with a checking or savings account from Cadence Bank. There's opportunity here. Find a branch near you at cadencebank.com. Equal opportunity lender, member FDIC.
Hello, Tide fans. This is Chris Stewart for Conecuh Sausage. Conecuh's an Alabama fan favorite we all know and love. It's made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true hickory smoked southern flavor. Conecuh Sausage is always great on the grill and perfect for tailgating. Pick up a pack and enjoy your family's favorite recipes at any meal of the day. Conecuh Sausage, a game day tradition, and the official smoked sausage of the Crimson Tide.
The Crimson Tide plays here. This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Did you know that your largest organ is your skin? The Wound Care Center at DCH is an outpatient clinic focused on modern treatments for chronic wounds and non-healing sores. Our team is staffed with dedicated physicians, nurses, and therapists who specialize in treating chronic wounds and identifying their complex causes, circumstances, and challenges. When you need more than a Band-Aid, there's the DCH Wound Care Center. Learn more about our services at dchsystem.com/wound care.
Domino's delivers game days across Tuscaloosa and the surrounding area. Locally owned and operated in Tuscaloosa for over 30 years, the team at Domino's is proud to be a supporter of Alabama football and athletics across the capstone. Domino's would like to thank our customers for supporting our local business for over 30 years. Make Domino's your choice on game days year-round and enter our weekly Drive for Dough contest this football season. Domino's is proud to deliver your Alabama Crimson Tide game days anytime. Visit RollDominoes.com. Thanks from Domino's and Roll Tide.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Alabama. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university. Live from the Learfield Network Studios, this is the College Scoreboard.
This is your Alabama Power Scoreboard update with the latest scores from the SEC and around the nation. When you cheer, we cheer. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alabama 14, South Carolina 6. At halftime, Missouri and Vanderbilt are tied at 3. Oklahoma fell to Ole Miss in Norman 34-26. Alabama's halftime highlights are presented by Hellman's Real Mayonnaise. Hellman's Real Mayonnaise. Do dip with Hellman's and do no wrong. Gamecocks scored first on a 24-yard field goal, but with 5:17 left in the first quarter, Alabama took charge.
Play action from Sellers. Pressure coming. Unloads it at the last moment. Bobbled. Picked off. Intercepted. On his feet. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. Deshaun Jones caught the deflection. And the pick six for Alabama gives the Tide a 6-3 lead.
The extra point was good. Ty Simpson completed pass to Daniel Hill for 21 yards after that to move the Tide forward, and he looked to do it again.
Simpson, empty backfield. With time, fires it out right side, catches made. Hill makes a man miss. 30, 35, 40. He's got a first down before he's bumped out of bounds. We got ISO coverage on the right side, and Alabama makes the most of a second opportunity. 26 from Daniel Hill.
A big gain with 2:44 to go in the second quarter came on 3rd and 6.
Simpson looking to throw, stepping up in the pocket, scrambling to his right, fires, has a man, catches made, Daniel Hill 30, still on his feet, 20, 15, stumbles and down at the 6-yard line.
And that laid the groundwork for the Crimson Tide to grow our lead.
In motion, Bernard, Simpson, looking, firing, catch, touchdown. Josh Cuevas makes the grab in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. 4 yards on the strike, and Bama converts on the 4th and goal with 1:45 to play.
Alabama's halftime highlights are presented by Hellman's Real Mayonnaise. On the other side of this break, we'll take a look at scores from around the nation. This is Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Get ready to rev up your engines and feel the excitement at Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac. We've got the perfect ride to match your style and adventure. Visit us at our showroom at Skyland Boulevard and let our friendly team help you find the vehicle of your dreams. Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac, where hometown pride and unbeatable deals collide. Drive with passion with Barkley. Visit us today or check us out online at barclaygmc.com.
Barkley makes it easy.
Roll Tide. I'm Katherine Robertson, proud graduate of the University of Alabama, and I'm running to be Attorney General. Under the leadership of President Trump, America has had a winning season, and I'll stand with him to make sure we keep winning, putting criminals behind bars and deporting violent illegals. I'm proud to have the support of the Alabama Farmers Federation, along with sheriffs and police chiefs from across our state. Visit KatherineFrage.com to join our team. Roll Tide.
Paid for by Robertson for Attorney General. P.O. Box 530063, Birmingham, Alabama 35253.
The kick is blocked. Alabama's got it.
This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Huddle up, football fans. Tailgate season is here, and nobody gets you ready for the game like Academy Sports and Outdoors. Swing by your local Academy store or shop online at academy.com to find everything you need, from grills to jerseys and more. Don't forget to stop by our newest store in Birmingham on Highway 280. Fun can't lose, and neither can you. Gear up today at Academy Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of the Crimson Tide.
We're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Hi, this is Coach Kalen DeBoer. Coke Zero Sugar is the Coke taste you love with zero sugar. Try it today and roll Tide.
Live from the Learfield Network Studios, this is the College Scoreboard.
This is your Alabama Power Scoreboard update with the latest scores from the SEC and around the nation. When you cheer, we cheer. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Alabama Crimson Tide. I'm Danielle Brower. Alabama 14, South Carolina 6 at halftime. To the SEC, Oklahoma fell to Ole Miss 34-26. Auburn took Arkansas 33-24. Number 10 Vanderbilt and number 15 Missouri tied at 3 in halftime, and it's a nail-biter in Columbia. Number 4 Alabama leads South Carolina 14-6. The Mississippi State Bulldogs are trailing the number 22 Longhorns 10-7. Over to the top 25, we have Iowa State leading number 11 BYU 24-17, while in Washington, the Washington Huskies are ahead 21-17 over the 23rd ranked Illinois. Oklahoma State scoreless against 14th Texas Tech. Baylor and Cincinnati in halftime. Cincinnati leads 24-6, while we flip over to number 22 Texas, where Mississippi State is tied 14. Coming up later this evening, Wisconsin at number 6 Oregon, Stanford and Miami, and we have Texas A&M at LSU kicking off at 6:30. Next up, the second half kickoff with Chris Stewart, Tyler Watts, Roger Hoover, and Corey Reamer. I'm Danielle Brower. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Is that Tacoma towing a pink mechanical bull?
Sure seems like it.
Well, I'll be.
Truck like you truck with a great deal during Toyota Truck Month. Get $1,000 in Conquest bonus cash for new Toyota customers on a new 2025 Toyota Tacoma. Valid through November 3rd, 2025. Offer entitles $1,000 Conquest bonus cash on certain new 2025 and 2026 Toyota pickup trucks for current non-Toyota owners of small, midsize, and large pickup trucks. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hey, college football fans, it's sideline reporter Molly McGrath teaming up with Evan Williams Bourbon to welcome you to Bourbon Nation, the home of game day's #1 pour. We're celebrating every snap from coast to coast because it doesn't matter what colors you wear as long as Evan's there. Find a bottle near you at evanwilliams.com and enjoy the smooth, rich taste of my favorite Kentucky bourbon at your next tailgate. Roll Tide. Evan Williams Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Bardstown, Kentucky, 43% alcohol by volume, must be 21 plus, enjoy responsibly.
If you're looking for the best selection in Crimson Tide apparel, look no further than the Soup Store. The Soup Store is every Bama fan's ultimate destination for the hottest gear and accessories, with 3 great locations around campus to serve you: in Tuscaloosa on campus at the University Student Center, on the Strip in front of Bryant-Denny Stadium, and on Bryant Drive. If you can't get to Tuscaloosa, shop the Soup Store online at soupstore.ua.edu. The Soup Store is a proud partner of Alabama Athletics.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Alabama Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
This has been the Full Moon Barbecue Halftime Report. Full Moon Barbecue, the best little porkhouse in Alabama. Alabama football is also brought to you by Cadence Bank. Cadence Bank is a proud partner of the Crimson Tide. Barkley GMC. Barkley Buick GMC, where Barkley makes it easy. Hellman's Real Mayonnaise. Do dip with Hellman's and do no wrong. And by Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places. Now let's go back to the stadium for the call of the second half. Roll Tide.
Score in Columbia, South Carolina. Alabama 14 and South Carolina 6. Roger Hoover, glad to welcome you back inside the Alabama Credit Union broadcast booth, proudly serving Alabama communities for over 67 years. So it's the Crimson Tide in front 14-6. Alabama did not score right before the half, but we will see the Crimson Tide, Tyler Watts, with the football to begin this third quarter. What needs to happen on this drive?
Well, the message at halftime should have been, we're better than what we're playing. We need to pick up the intensity and the energy level on the offensive side. So now you get the ball coming out of halftime. Previous 2 weeks versus Missouri, you turn it over on the first play, it results in a touchdown. Versus Tennessee, you go 3 and out. The mental focus needs to be there for this Alabama offense like it was on the last 2 drives.
Crimson Tide with 173 yards of total offense, 171 through the air, 2 yards on the ground. What has to happen for the rushing attack?
You just got to stay consistent with it. The biggest thing in the first half was the fact you didn't run enough plays because you couldn't pick up first downs to sustain drives. So you were forced to have to throw the ball down the field. And there's nothing wrong with that formula. As long as you're on the field running plays, you're going to get a nice balance and mix. Got to be more effective, though, of pushing those guys up front, especially with these wide 9 techniques that Carolina loves to run with their defensive ends. You ought to be able to run the football against that look, especially when they have a 2 safety high look.
31 plays for the Crimson Tide in the first half of play as we check in with our Cooks Pest Control sideline reporter Corey Reamer. Cooks Pest Control called Cooks to score superior protection from pests and termites. Corey, what was the mood in the locker room at halftime?
Exactly what you'd expect. We had a number of these games when I was here. His offense just couldn't get anything going, putting a lot of pressure on that defense, having them out there for a lot of snaps on that first half. Defense was ready, really getting after this offense, asking them for some help, let them get some rest on these sidelines, get something going like they've done all year. But these are the types of games that really you find out a lot about your team. Defense has to answer the bell when offense has been really carrying. Defense has been playing well the last few games, but the offense has been in rhythm and putting points on the board. This is a game where you really find out what your team is about.
And this is probably a drive, Tyler Watts, where you find out if this is going to be a comfortable final 30 minutes or if we're going to have to sweat this thing out.
Well, regardless, you want to play to your standard, and right now the offense has not done that. They hadn't been able to sustain drives and stay on the field. They were able to get the late touchdown score, albeit on 4th down. So they need to buckle up, focus in right here, and put a drive together.
South Carolina ready to kick off. Peyton Argent to handle that responsibility. It's an onside kick. They squib it to the near side. It's going to be picked up and running out of bounds with it wisely is the tight end for the Crimson Tide, a reserve tight end for Alabama, and Caleb Edwards, the freshman. Nice job coming up, fielding that one around the 35 and getting out of bounds. And the Tide will have excellent starting field position to start this drive.
I'm not sure if that was Carolina trying to steal a possession or the fact that he has really struggled kicking the ball deep and not kicking it out of bounds.
So Alabama will go with 3 wideouts left. They'll have Edwards in between 2 men to the left side, including Cole Adams, and the one who's far left in Jeremy Bernard. Bama will hand it off, giving it to Jam, trying to bounce it to the edge. Going to be brought down, but not until he gains 4 up to the 39-yard line. Jalen Kilgore making the stop for South Carolina.
That's a really nice job of the offensive line on first down, picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains. Jam needs to keep his head up and keep kind of floating to the outside. He could have had a bigger gain.
Edwards, the tight end, along with the other tight end, Cuevas, to the right of Wilkin Formby, the right tackle. Now Cuevas goes in motion left side. Jams the single setback behind Simpson in the pistol with 2 wideouts right. He will get the snap. He'll hand it off. Jam will go to his left, gets to the edge. He's going to be shy of the first down by about 3, maybe 4 yards, as they say, went out of bounds at the 41. So it will be 3rd down and 3.5 upcoming for the Crimson Tide there.
Right now, they were getting a good push. Sometimes Jam just not quite able to get to the hole when it's open, and it's closing back up as pursuit comes from Carolina. But this is a manageable 3rd down opportunity for Ty Simpson and company.
First down marks right at the 45. 2 wideouts right. Actually 3, as you got Williams in the slot to the right side. Cuevas, the tight end, left. Jam to the left of Ty, who gets the snap. Stepping up in the pocket, eluding pressure. Rolling right, firing near side. It is caught. It's going to be close to the first down, maybe a yard shy of it. Jeremy Bernard, who made the catch, but got shoved out of bounds right around the 44-yard line. It will be 4th and yard.
On the field is
thinking about
a completed pass short of the line of the gain. 4th down.
4th and about a yard, actually about 1.5 feet. And Coach DeBoer says, let's go for it. We're lining up in the Wildcat with Jeremy in the backfield all alone, and a timeout's going to be called. Let's see who's calling it.
On the field is a completed pass short of the line of gain. The previous play is under video review.
So we're going to review it, and this official review presented by Ziegler Meats. Pick up the same Ziegler Jumbo Franks served in Bryant-Denny Stadium at your local grocery store. Ziegler Meats, a tradition of great taste for over 90 years and proud to be the official hot dog of the Crimson Tide. Corey Reamer down on the sidelines, our Cook's Pest Control sideline reporter. Hearing anything, got a feel for what we're looking at right here on 4th and about a yard?
Yeah, just seeing what I'm seeing on the Jumbotron. Looks like he's got possession across that yellow line on the field, which is, very technical, exactly always on point. But seeing what it looks like from what the fans are seeing inside the stadium right here, looks like it potentially is a 1st down.
After video review, it is a 1st down. The receiver had firm control beyond the line of gain. It'll be 1st down, and the backside of the football will be at the 45-yard line.
And Tyler, again, an example of Jeremy Bernard being such a reliable player and an important player on this team.
Well, let's break down the entire play. First of all, you had a heavy pressure. Wilkin Formby does a nice job of washing it upfield. Ty Simpson's able to step up hard in the pocket, buy himself some time, and did a great job of driving that ball off of his back foot to Jeremy Bernard.
Jams in the backfield with Ryan to the right side along with Cuevas, who will now come in tight to the right side. You got a tight end and a wide out left as well. Simpson operating under center. Brings Cuevas in motion left. Gets the snap, fakes the handoff to Jam, rolls left. Now he's going to run it. Ty to midfield. Ty spins. Ty still on his feet and finally knocked out of bounds near the 45-yard line of South Carolina. Great play on the part of Ty Simpson, picking up the yardage for a 1st down, brought to you by Bank First.
I tell you, sometimes those tough runs by a quarterback will really spark an offensive unit when they see the toughness of your head guy and unwilling to go down and fight for extra yardage as he's moved his chains.
Are they looking
The
at
ruling on the
another
field
first down?
is the runner was short of the line of game. It'll be second down and short.
Fine, let's go. Whatever we're running, let's run it. So second and less than a foot.
That was more about the chain game, not getting it right.
I got you. So Alabama operating under center again with Simpson. Daniel Hill in the backfield now. Play action to him, wanting to go deep. He's got a man downfield, but he's well covered, and this one is going to be broken up and incomplete. Boy, double coverage down there on Rico Scott, and again, Bama very fortunate that one's going to come back for a third and a foot. Brandon Cisse was the man in coverage there, and we're lucky that one wasn't picked.
Look, and it's one of those deals where you draw it up, you think you got a home run shot, but you can't force the ball into coverage. Ty Simpson is very fortunate because the safety came over the top. It should have been intercepted for a touchback.
Now third and a foot. Bama bunching everybody in. Handoff going to Hill, and he's stacked up behind the line of scrimmage. Nick Barrett, the defensive tackle, clogged everything up. We lost a foot and a half on the play, and it's going to be fourth and a full yard and a half right now.
Boy, and penetration up the middle, you cannot have that by your right guard. Not stepping down, allowing that penetration to come through.
Bama's going to go for it again. They've already done so, or was planning to go for it on fourth down earlier. But it was ruled a first down after review. The Tide's 2 for 2 on fourth downs today. Single setback is Hill. Tide's operating under center on fourth and a full yard. Play action. Wanting to throw. Look out. Fires. Ball in the air. It is caught. No, incomplete. In and out of the hands of Brian Williams around the 29-yard line. Would have been enough for a first down. Instead, it's a turnover on downs in South Carolina, trailing 14-6. Will have great starting field position around their 46-yard line when we come back. 11:08 to play in the third quarter. Bama 14, South Carolina 6 on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Baumhauer's Victory Grill has always been proud to serve fresh-only ingredients in their recipes. Some of the key ingredients to these recipes are legendary sauces. Baumhauer's is excited to announce that these famous sauces are now available in grocery stores throughout Alabama. So, the next time you shop in your favorite grocery store, ask for Baumhauer's legendary sauces. If they do not carry them, just ask the manager to request them in their store. Baumhauer's is saucing up Alabama with their legendary sauces now in grocery stores.
Hey Crimson Tide, when you bring Hellman's creamy buffalo chicken dip to the watch party, you can be a couch coach, cheer too loud, or worse, bring a friend who knows nothing about football.
How do they get the yellow line to move on the field?
Because when you do dip with Hellman's, you can do no wrong. That's a Hail Mayo. Hellman's, the official mayonnaise of Alabama athletics. Bring out the best.
Hey, Crimson Tide fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets, so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Alabama football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Let's go Crimson Tide. SeatGeek.
We'll see the Crimson Tide defense on the field for the first time here in the second half with 11:08 to go in the third quarter. It's Alabama holding on to a 14-6 lead against South Carolina. In the first half from the defense, we did see a sack from Justin Jefferson. That was the 14th sack of the year for the Crimson Tide. Bama's sack count presented by Guthrie's, home of the original chicken finger and a proud partner of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Visit us in-store or online at Guthrie'sChicken.com and Roll Tide. We'll check in with our Cooks Pest Control sideline reporter Corey Reamer, again brought to you by Cooks Pest Control. Call Cooks to score superior protection from pests and termites. Corey, more pressure on Lenora Sellers will be important in this second half, and especially find a way to get him to the ground. Alabama's had some good hits, but getting him to the ground, another story.
This defense is just going to have to continue to do what they did the entire first half. Really got after them. They only had 2 sacks, I think, in the first half. Had an opportunity for at least 4 or 5. Need to get home more often and get him on the ground in this second half. This defense has been carrying the water for this team so far in this game, and they're going to have to step up and do it again. Been on the field a bunch. Really hoped that offense was going to come out and put some points on the board and put some drives together right there. But, you know, these are the types of games, they happen every once in a while where your offense just can't get anything going, and it falls on that defense. And they've been stepping up to the challenge so far today. Just need to continue to do it right here.
So 1st and 10, South Carolina, just across their own 46-yard line. Lenoris Sellers in the backfield, operating again from the pistol formation. Rasul Faison is the single setback as they'll bring a man in motion right. Play action. They want to go deep. They've got a man down there. Bama closing. Can't get there in time. Touchdown, South Carolina. Nick Harbor had a step and a half on the Bama defense. They go 54 yards on the throw and catch, and the Gamecocks are going to go for 2 to try to tie it up right here.
Play clock's winding, and they're still celebrating. Nothing fancy about that heavy play action with just a deep post dig, and they're able to get over the top of the safety help and beat Xavier Brown in a one-on-one situation.
Play clock just now at 17 seconds as South Carolina huddles. Again, 2-point conversion. The snap goes from the 3. Play clock down to 3, down to 2, and South Carolina's got to burn a timeout, and boy, Shane Beamer is livid.
Timeout, South Carolina. It is their first.
He is livid. That, for one, as Tyler pointed out, they didn't get back to the huddle quickly enough. Once they got to the huddle, they didn't get out of it quickly enough. And I don't think he felt like his offensive coordinator got the play called quickly enough either.
This is a big opportunity though for Carolina to be able to tie this game up, because they really have not done anything outside of that first possession of the ball game by moving it. And here they get a touchdown throw off of the sudden change of possession. And they're trying to tie this thing up because they don't know how many more times they're going to get down here.
Roger Hoover pointing out to me this will be the first 2-point conversion attempt of the year for South Carolina. 3 and 4 on the season. Alabama currently sitting at 6 and 1. Single setback to the right of Sellers, who operates from the pistol. Looking, Sellers, pressure coming, throws back of the end zone, incomplete. He was trying to connect with Jaden Sellers, but it's incomplete, and Bama turns away the 2-point conversion attempt, but Harbor catching the 54-yard strike from Lenoris Sellers. One play, 54 yards, 9 seconds. A very quick scoring drive for the Gamecocks to make this a 14-12 contest with 10:59 to go here in this third quarter, which has not gone the way we hoped, to say the very least. Bama converting converting a third down, and South Carolina turning away Alabama on a 4th down play. And now the Tide will have it, presumably after the kickoff from Peyton Argent, the former Hoover Buck. This kickoff will be fielded at the 5-yard line by Cole Adams. The fair catch called for and made. Bama will get it from their own 25-yard line, and now you got the crowd back in the game again.
I mean, just like that, sudden change of possession, you get the long touchdown throw. Coach Beamer breaks his head set on the 2-point try. Now this defense for Carolina has played really well all day long. This Alabama offense has to respond. Somebody's got to make a play. That's what it comes down to, and it starts with your trigger man. Just got to throw a catchable ball Even if it's caught and tackled right there, advance the ball down the field.
So 1st and 10, Bama from their own 25-yard line. Cuevas and Edwards, the tight ends, shifting from the left side of the formation to the right, where we'll have Derek Meadows to the near side along with Jeremy Bernard. Stretch handoff goes to Hill, and he's going to be tripped up trying to get to the edge. Nick Barrett, the defensive tackle, came knifing through and got him for a loss of a yard on the play.
Trying to go with the outside zone. It was backside pursuit that was able to beat the face of an offensive lineman and run all the way across the field for the tackle for a short loss.
2nd and 11 now, Alabama, as Cuevas and Edwards will go wide left. You'll have Daniel Hill in the backfield with Bernard and Williams going wide right. Ty gets the snap, play action to Hill, fires across the middle. That is in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Caleb Edwards.
Bang, bang play, though. Edwards took a shot right as he was receiving the ball. Something you'd expect your big tight end to be able to secure, but it was a bang, bang play.
Peyton Williams providing the other bang, the strong safety with the big hit. Bama's just 5 of 10 on 3rd downs today. And they'll have a 3rd and 11 upcoming from their own 24-yard line, which is coming in the midst of the stadium being as loud as it has been at any point today. Scott will go in motion to the left side for Bama. 2 wideouts there. Simpson gets the snap. Firing as he's hit. Ball's broken up. Incomplete. The Tide goes 3 and out again. Hill was the intended receiver, but it was broken up beautifully by Sean Murphy, the middle linebacker.
And it's the outside pressure once again by Dylan Stewart. You're in an obvious passing situation. He's going to tee off around the exterior of Caden Proctor. That's not a problem. Caden Proctor pushes him up. It's the inside leakage pressure. Ty Simpson steps up in the pocket. He's got a defender right in his face, and he gets knocked to the turf as he's delivering the pass.
South Carolina does not have anybody deep at the moment. The punt is a good one. They came with a lot of pressure, and this one's going to hit at the 30, and it's going to roll dead inside the 20. What a punt once again from Blake Dowd. They didn't bring the house, but they didn't have anybody back, and he punts one 59 yards away, pinning the Gamecocks back inside their 25 when we return to Columbia. 14-12. Bama trying to cling to the lead with 9:58 remaining in the 3rd quarter when we come back on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
This is Crimson and White Country. This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Huddle up, football fans. Tailgate season is here, and nobody gets you ready for the game like Academy Sports and Outdoors. Swing by your local Academy store or shop online at academy.com to find everything you need, from grills to jerseys and more. Don't forget to stop by our newest store in Birmingham on Highway 280. Fun can't lose, and neither can you. Gear up today at Academy Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of the Crimson Tide.
From fajitas and gumbo to grilled fillets and fried fish baskets, U.S. farm-raised catfish is the ultimate ingredient for bringing people together. It's also low in calories, high in protein, and let's face it, just really, really good. Reel in the compliments with crowd-pleasing recipes from our friends at Sweet Grown Alabama. Trust me, you can't go wrong with their simple, delicious ideas for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Learn more about U.S. farm-raised catfish today at sweetgrownalabama.org. That's sweetgrownalabama.org.
Crimson Tide leading 14-12 at South Carolina with 9:58 remaining in the third quarter. Big shout out to Big Mike's Steakhouse for taking care of our broadcast crew all season long. A big thank you to Big Mike, Scott, Kane, Michael, Brad, Casey, and the whole staff for the great food and the warm Southern hospitality. With restaurants now in Thomasville, Andalusia, Lee County, Gunnersville, Orange Beach, Bay Minette, Moundville, and coming soon to Gadsden and Millbrook. You are always close to a Big Mike's Steakhouse. Visit us online at BigMike'sSteakhouse.com. Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network.
.58 remains in the third quarter. Alabama on top 14-12 over South Carolina, but the Gamecocks with possession of the football, 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line once play resumes. Crimson Tide with Tim Keenan, James Smith, and also L.T. Overton along the front. Deontay Lawson, Justin Jefferson, Yanze Pierre, the linebacking crew as Sellers will get the snap, rolls right, fires, deflected and incomplete. A great job by Lawson out there on the edge, got a hand up and knocked that one away.
I think it was Justin
Hill.
You're
right, it was 8, not 0. Thanks, Tyler.
Good job by Justin Hill sinking in that flat as that flat defender and able to get his hands up. It was great coverage behind him on the comeback, but a nice start for this Alabama defense.
You are absolutely right. 3 wideouts right now for Sellers. 1 to the left and a running back to his left in Faison. He will hand it off. Faison trying to find room. Can't. Get stacked up. Drugged down after a gain of a couple. It'll be 3rd and long upcoming. L.T. Overton getting credit for the stop for the Crimson Tide.
Now you have to be able to win at the line of scrimmage the way you were in the first half. Can you get back to Lenore Sellers, apply pressure, and play great coverage behind it on 3rd and long?
South Carolina just 2 of 9 on 3rd down so far. They've got trips left. 1 man wide right. Faison the single setback. Sellers waiting on the snap. Bama shows blitz. Gamecocks will unload it underneath. Catch is made. And a 1st down is gained. Dingle, the tight end, was able to make the grab across the 30 to the 31-yard line. A gain of 13 on that play.
Yeah, Keon Sabb applied pressure late from the safety position, but the middle of the field was vacated. Easy pitch and catch.
Jordan Renaud in as L.T. Overton checks out. They run it right side to the Gamecocks, and they'll gain a yard on that play.
We're holding our own against the run against this Carolina offensive line. 3rd and long situations, they've got to find a way to get off the field.
Faison was the man who had that 1-yard carry. Pistol formation again. Play action. They'll unload it, incomplete. Trying to go to the tight end, Dingle. And that one's incomplete. Another 3rd and long upcoming.
And it was Yanze Pierre doing a great job disregarding the play action and going directly for the quarterback. Got late flag here, way late.
Illegal substitution. The linesman on the near side is the one who made the call.
The ruling on the field is that the pass was touched beyond the line of scrimmage. Therefore, we have an eligible player downfield. Offense, number 52. The penalty is declined. It'll be 3rd down.
Why did it take
Nick
so long to throw the flag?
Yeah, I don't know. Nick Sharp is the man guilty of that, but I thought it was deflected initially, which makes it a free ball for anybody, doesn't it?
Got to get off the field here.
All right, so regardless, 3rd down and 9 as Bama did decline the penalty. 2 wideouts right, 1 left. Sellers looking, throwing, hit, and it's incomplete. He was trying to connect. They're going to call that an incomplete pass. They should. Yanze Pierre is the man who hit Sellers.
The ruling on the field is a forward incomplete pass. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, that was the right call. He had the arm going forward, and Pierre hit his arm. That's an incomplete pass. pass, and the Tide forces the Gamecocks to punt it away.
Yonze Pierre continued to do what he did last week. Already a couple of pressures against Lenore Sellers, able to knock that ball loose as he's throwing it. But I love how Bray Hubbard follows up. Regardless of the whistle, go ahead and secure the football.
Punt upcoming from Love. And running up to watch this one go out of bounds, Cole Adams. It will bounce out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 Alabama from right there. 43-yard punt from Love, and Bama up 14-12, 8:11 to go in the third quarter. We'll try to get something going offensively. That has not been easy to do overall today. Crimson Tide with 191 yards of total offense, only 17 on the ground. 3 penalties for 27 yards with just 9 first downs. Simpson with Jam in the backfield to his right. Operating from the pistol, sends Jeremy in motion right. They'll throw it across the middle. Catch is made. Ryan Williams, he gets spun around and brought down at the 31-yard line.
Perfect.
A gain of 6.
That's all it takes, though. Down the field, find the soft zone, sit down in it, secure it, advance it for 7 yards on first down. Now you're ahead of the chains.
Ryan and Jeremy to the right. Rico and the tight end Edwards to the left. Getting the snap. They'll swing it out to Jam. Miller will cut it back up. He'll get a first down across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Justin Okoronkwo.
Personal foul. Hands to the face. Offense, number 64. The penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal from the previous spot. Remains 2nd down.
Michael Carroll, the 6'6 freshman from Doylestown, PA, is guilty of the infraction, Corey. A tough time.
Yeah, Dylan Stewart is doing exactly what we knew he would do coming into this game. He is a wrecking ball at that defensive line position at that edge, and he's just been causing all kinds of havoc in this to start this second half for this offense right now. Even when he's not getting home, he's putting so much pressure. These tackles are struggling to stay in front of him and keep him from getting to the quarterback.
Spot foul, they move it back to the 16. So 2nd and 18 upcoming for Alabama from there. Jam to the left of Ty, who operates from the pistol with 3 wideouts right. Simpson looking, dumping off the screen to Jam. He's got blockers, but he gets brought down from behind at about the 24-yard line, not quite to the original line of scrimmage. Sean Murphy is the one that saved that from being a big gainer.
Yeah.
3rd and 11 upcoming here.
I tell you, frustrating. You got 3 offensive linemen out there, and they have their hands on the only 2 defenders in the vicinity, and somehow or another they're able to make the tackle.
Simpson surveying the field as he works from an empty backfield. 2 wideouts right, or a wideout right, tight ends each side, and wideouts left. Looking, firing across the middle, too high at Jeremy Bernard, and if he hits him in stride, it's a touchdown.
It's a touchdown, and the ball's thrown high, and Ty Simpson has been off target all day long. Another example of just a foot or so.
Oh, drawn up perfectly. And Ty, who's been so good and especially so accurate the last month, off the mark there are that 6. Nobody was within 5 yards of Jeremy Bernard, and they were not going to catch him. Literally nobody between he and the goal line. As again, on to punt is Dowd. Another good one that hits at the 33, bounces inside the 25 and out of bounds at the 24-yard line, and a stupid play by South Carolina that should have resulted in a penalty, but instead they let it go. It looked like Bakari Swain gave a shove out of bounds to an Alabama player, and he's lucky that didn't tack 15 back the other direction. Timeout on the field. 6:31 to go in this third quarter. Still 14-12 Alabama, South Carolina ball when we come back on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The home of Bear and Saban. This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Hey, Crimson Tide fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Alabama football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Let's go Crimson Tide. SeatGeek.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability and versatility built in. Like Kubota BX and L-Series compact tractors that get the job done right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today.
Visit rolltide.com/Kubota for a list of statewide participating dealers.
Crimson Tide with the lead, 14-12 at South Carolina. Still 6 minutes, 31 seconds to go in this third quarter. Listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on SiriusXM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, always streaming on the SiriusXM app. We will check in with our Cooks Pest Control sideline reporter, Corey Reamer, again brought to you by Cooks Pest Control. Call Cooks to score superior protection from pest and termites. Corey, just tell us about the mood on the Alabama sideline. Crimson Tide still with the advantage, but I know some frustration not executing on both sides of the ball here in this third quarter.
Yeah, I think they just know they've missed some opportunities here to start the second half. That ball, offensive line finally did a great job after South Carolina was able to get pressure on Ty Simpson on the 2 plays before that. South Carolina runs a game with Dylan Stewart on the edge right there, trying to bring him back inside. The offensive line does a good job picking it up, giving him plenty of time to step into that throw, and nobody was around Jeremy Bernard. I think Ty Simpson is just frustrated with himself that he missed that throw. We continue to be consistent and be able to protect him and give some more time. We're going to find these open plays, but we got to connect on those. Those are the plays that you look back on and you wish that you would have hit. But this is a ball game. You're on the road. You got to forget about those real quick. Go find a way to get back out there and continue to compete.
Out of the timeout, South Carolina with a 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Lenora Sellers, the quarterback, will have 2 men to the right side of the formation, 1 to the left, and a single setback to his right. He'll get the snap. He'll roll right, being chased, eludes 1 man, turns it up, gets positive yardage near the 30-yard line. He was almost brought down for a loss of 10+. Kelby Collins was chasing, but Tyler, he was able to elude his grasp and turn it into a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, Kelby Collins did a great job of pushing him upfield, but the speed of Lenora Sellers was able to get around him, and then Jordan Renard also had an opportunity to bring him down for no gain, but missed as well.
So 2nd and 5 upcoming for the Gamecocks. They'll flip it to the man coming in motion near side. Trying to get to the edge, he does, and he's going to be close to the 1st down. Maybe a half-yard shy. Matt Fuller, the 2nd-year freshman out of Jessup, Georgia, had the ball flipped to him as he came in motion to the near side, technically a forward pass. Xavier Brown ran him out of bounds, but not until he got to that 1st down mark, and probably not a lace on the football more than that. 1st and 10 from right at the 35. Sellers will have an empty backfield. 2 wideouts left, 2 wide right. Quarterback draw, stacked up, spun around, brought down. May have gotten 2 yards, but no more. It was Justin Jefferson who did a great job reading it from his middle linebacker spot.
That quarterback keeper has not been a factor here this afternoon. The Alabama defense doing a nice job of reading that and shutting it down.
Collins and Simmons in the middle of that defensive front. Pressure coming, but stepping up and turning it into a big gain will be the quarterback, and Sellers slides forward down to about the 34-yard line. Are they going to spot him back at the 46?
That's where he started.
They do. Yeah, man. Still a 1st down, but a break for Alabama. That easily could have been 5 more yards on that play. So Sellers from the pistol again on 1st and 10 in Bama territory at the 46. Quick out near side, trying to set up a screen, and they'll get to the 40 and maybe the 39, connecting with Jaden Sellers right there. Another first down pickup that's good for 5+. Give him 6 yards actually on that play.
They aren't substituting, not allowing us to substitute, so you got to find a way to get off the field defensively.
Snap to Sellers. Blitz coming from the edge. Fires incomplete. Boy, a great job coming from the near side. Xavier Mincy on the corner blitz. Forced him to unload that one high and quick. And it will be 2nd down. Check it. 3rd down and 4 upcoming now for the Gamecocks. And a big play right here with Bama leading 14-12. 4 minutes to go 3rd quarter. South Carolina 3 of 11 on 3rd downs thus far. Potential for 2-down territory for South Carolina. 2 men wide right. Oscar Attaway, single man in the backfield. Hand off to him, trying to get to the edge. Does. He's got a 1st down to the 35. He hangs onto the football as Bama tried to punch it away, but he gets to the 33. Yanze Pierre is the one that brought him down while trying to knock the ball loose. And it's enough to move the 6 again for South Carolina inside the 35 to the 33.
Well, we did a nice job at the point of attack. It was intended to go off right tackle. It has to bounce all the way to the outside. We don't get enough run support from the 2nd level, just enough to move the chains.
So from the 33, Attaway behind Sellers, who operates from the pistol. They bring a tight end to the right side. They'll hand it off, and Attaway will work forward for a gain of 5 on 1st down. Deontay Lawson is the man that stopped him. We got a flag down. Don't we?
Holding. Offense, number 50. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. 1st down.
At least the 2nd penalty on the center, Boaz Stanley, today, and I think both were holding calls. So that's a big play right there. Backing up the Gamecocks for the 5th time, a total of 40 yards in that one. Back to the 44-yard line, or 43-yard line, excuse me, of the Gamecocks. It will be 1st and 20. Sellers with 2 men wide right, facing a 4-man Bama front. Play action. He will run it. He will get tripped. He'll stay on his feet. He'll get brought down after he got to the original line of scrimmage. A gain of about a dozen on that play, setting up
Red Morgan playing that
2nd and 8.
Red Morgan playing that safety position, had an opportunity to come up and hit him hard and lowered his shoulder instead of just wrapping up. And that's something the young defender has to learn. It's more important to get the quarterback down than to try to deliver a kill shot.
Gain of 11, so 2nd and 9 officially. They'll hand it off, and hesitating and picking up 2 yards on the play was Attaway. It's still going to be 3rd and long as Nakai Hill-Green gets credit for the stop.
Look, and this is definitely 4-down territory for South Carolina, so they're not necessarily trying to pick it all up right here. I wouldn't be surprised if Alabama tried to add 1, because Lenore Silas has been extremely inaccurate when he feels a little bit of pressure, thinks he's about to get hit.
Probably so on 4-down territory, but I'd love to make them think about a field goal with no positive yardage here. They get the snap to Sellers. Looking downfield. It is knocked away, incomplete. Oh, I thought Xavier Brown was going to get another pick, but it was just beyond his reach. And thankfully, as Vondravius Jacobs was in the area, Keon Sabb delivered a hit to him to make sure he couldn't reel it in. And they are going to try a field goal in excess of 50 yards right here. Or actually very, very close to it. They made from 24 and 34. They missed from 47. This will be straight on and will be a 47-yard try as well. Almost 48 yards. Snap high, spot is good, kick is up, and the kick is good, and South Carolina has a 15-14 lead with 1:38 remaining in the third quarter. William Joyce knocking it through. His long had been 49 yards earlier against South Carolina State, but he makes that one from 47. 11 plays, 46 yards, 4:53 off the game clock, and a 47-yard field goal does indeed give the underdog Gamecocks a 1-point lead.
Number 21.
With 1:38 to go here in the third quarter. Corey Reamer, it's gotten serious.
Yeah, it definitely has. This is what we saw, the effects of what the first half did to this defense right there. You can just tell Kalen DeBoer's down here trying to energize these guys out there on the field. Knows they're tired. They've been on the field a ton this game so far. We got to get some stuff going on offense, like Tyler talked about earlier. Let's give them some plays to get some confidence and some rhythm going, so we don't have to be in a hurry-up offense this entire time to have success.
Kickoff sails into and through the end zone for a touchback, and the Gamecock faithful are indeed making some noise right now. They've got their second lead of the day. They were up 3-0, and now they lead it 15-14. They've not made 5 field goals if you're just joining us. They have made 4. They had a touchdown and missed on a 2-point conversion attempt. Miller in the backfield, delayed handoff to him. He cannot get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, and we're getting no forward push on the offensive line.
Michael Goodwine right off of the right side, and it's like if we're doing a really good job on the edges, we're breaking down in the middle and allowing leakage.
2nd and 12 with 2 wideouts each side of the formation. Miller in the backfield to the left of Simpson. Ty getting the snap, looking, firing near side. Catch is made. Ryan Williams breaks a tackle, then gets spun down. It'll be 3rd and 5 upcoming. Jalen Kilgore making the stop.
3rd and 7's manageable.
Yeah, you're right.
Got to have the protection. Get the protection. You'll get somebody open.
Bernard wide to the right side. 2 men wide left. Simpson an empty backfield. Getting the snap. Plenty of time. Looking. Deep downfield. He's got Jeremy. It's underthrown. Can't come up with it. It's incomplete. Had him. Didn't lead him enough. He had 2 steps on the man initially.
He did.
But the pass was underthrown and broken up. Corey Reamer, we missed a chance right there.
We definitely did. I thought it was a flag right there. I mean, the ball's underthrown. DB never really gets his head turned around and runs right into Jeremy Bernard. I thought there was a little bit of contact. Watching the replay, maybe not as much as it seemed like from where I'm standing, but man, it looked like we had him beat. He was on top of that DB the entire time.
Corey, it just comes down. Somebody's got to make a play, though. You're throwing a catchable ball. Somebody has to make a play.
High punt. It may have hit a Gamecock. It bounced off. Dre Kirkpatrick falls on it. Who's got the football? Does it belong to the Tide?
I think that hit us.
May have. They say it's South Carolina football, but it was pinballing off a couple of guys. The officials still discussing it. And at the moment, they have signaled South Carolina football, and it will be theirs.
Therefore, the ball be placed at the spot of the touch. First down, South Carolina.
South Carolina did touch it first, so it will be. Or Bama touched it first, excuse me. So it will be South Carolina football where it was touched, and that is at the 16-yard line. Well, we had a takeaway down here in the first quarter. Sure could use another one with Bama down 15-14 and 23 seconds remaining in this third quarter, and all the momentum favoring the garnet-clad South Carolina Gamecocks. They bring a man in motion. They'll hand it off. No, Sellers will keep it himself. He'll fight forward across the 20 to the 21, maybe the 22-yard line. A first down pickup of about 6. Lawson and Renaud combining on the stop as the third quarter is going to come to a close. All the energy favoring the home team right here. 15-14, Gamecocks with the lead and the ball when we come back on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Game day is about big plays and big energy, but it's also about the little things. It's about the energy of a community coming together to cheer for our heroes on the field, the tireless work that goes into every game from the front gate to the 50-yard line, and making memories that last a lifetime. Alabama Power knows that dedication makes all the difference. That's why we're here to keep you moving with reliable power and the programs that help you save. Now that's big. Alabama Power, proud sponsor of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
The Alabama Insider Podcast is the official podcast of Crimson Tide Athletics. Catch full episodes of Hey Coach and the Kalen DeBoer Show, Crimson Tide Rewind, Crimson Tide Today Daily Reports, plus full interviews from Crimson Drive driven by NASCAR. Download and subscribe to the Alabama Insider Podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and all podcast platforms. Roll Tide with the Alabama Insider Podcast.
At Alabama, you know what it takes to be the best. You don't win it all year after year by being a copycat. You do it by setting the standard, by being the original. And that's exactly what Guthrie's is, the original. The original chicken finger restaurant that started a Golden Fried dynasty. So keep the Golden Fried game day tradition alive with a gut box loaded with chicken fingers and that signature sauce. It's a winning combination every single time. Guthrie's, the original chicken finger restaurant.
Starting the fourth quarter at Williams-Brice Stadium, our score, South Carolina 15 and Alabama 14. Roger Hoover with a look at the Alabama Power scoreboard update. An upset brewing in Starkville right now. It's Mississippi State up 24-14 over Texas, but still 10-10 to go in the third quarter. Just 7 minutes left to go in Nashville, all even at 10 between Missouri and Vanderbilt in a game that was tied at 3 at halftime. Both sides with a touchdown apiece in the second half. So again, a 10-10 score with just 7 minutes to go on West End. Coming to you live inside the Alabama Credit Union broadcast booth, proudly serving Alabama communities for over 67 years. Crimson Tide trailing 15-14 to South Carolina as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Let's check in with our Cooks Pest Control sideline reporter, Corey Reamer. Brought to you by Cooks Pest Control. Call Cooks to score superior protection from pests and termites. Corey, certainly loud on the field right now. What are you seeing from the Alabama sideline as we get set for the fourth quarter?
Yeah, this stadium is all in this game. You can hear it in the background right now. Sandstorm's playing this. This crowd is going absolutely nuts. The fastest way you can shut them up is get a stop right here, create a turnover, do something. We need a big play from this defense. You cannot let them put a drive together like they did last time out. Give this offense the ball back, and then it's on them. They know they got to make a play. They know they haven't done what they needed to do today. Put this defense in a tough position, kept them on the field a lot of this game. This defense can help themselves right here and get off the field so they can get over here and get some rest. But it is loud down here. They know it's they got to pin their ears back and come after and get a stop here on this second and short right now.
Rasul Faison on second down and 4 is the man in the backfield. They'll go play action. Sellers trying to get to the edge. Will try to run, get shoved out of bounds. A nice job defensively by Deontay Lawson to get him to the boundary and get him out of bounds, setting up a third and long. Edric Hill was also chasing on the play.
Edric Hill dipped inside and was able to get in Lenore Sellers' face, and obviously not enough speed to be able to make the stop, but that really took his eyes from downfield, and he just became a scrambler at that time. No gain. Got to get off the field here on third and medium.
Third and about 4.5. They're 4 of 13 today on third downs are the Gamecocks. 3 men left, but they're stacked in tight. 1 man wide right. Now they'll extend one of those receivers further left on that side of the formation. Sellers looking, dumps it off left side, caught trying to make a man miss. Can't. Great job by Alabama defensively. Justin Jefferson with some help from Dejon Lee able to make the stop. And a loss of 2 yards on the play. I believe that was Faison they were connecting with out of the backfield, and the Tide forces the Gamecocks to punt it away.
Boy, Corey, exactly what we needed, forcing the check down and then another loss.
You saw that back slip out of the backfield right there. What a phenomenal job by that defense, rallying to the football and not letting him get those extra yards with all that space that he had. Get him on the ground before he can get that first down.
Cole Adams waiting back on his 40 on the punt from Love, and it is going to be picked up by South Carolina. I think they're going to say it was down, or did they say Bama touched it? They say Bama touched the football, and they're going to give the Gamecocks possession
on the field
inside the Bama 30.
Is the ball hit a kicking team play? Correction, a receiving team player recovered by the kickers.
Keon Sabb, was it Keon Sabb the ball hit?
Recovery.
We'll get a look at the replay in a second, but a mistake by Alabama as Adams was there, but it hit somebody in a crimson helmet. And the Gamecocks are going to take over.
Might have been Mbakwe. Yeah.
Is that who it was?
Yeah, it hit Mbakwe on the leg.
Timeout for a chain malfunction.
It did. It bounced. It hit Mbakwe, who had his back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, there's normally communication between the punt returner and those blockers.
South Carolina with the ball, they'll hand it off. They'll run up the middle and not much room. Finish your thought, Tyler.
I'm just saying, normally you'll have Cole Adams telling everybody, get away, and they'll peel off immediately. Not sure if there was a lack of communication or if Mbakwe just ignored it.
So a gain of a couple. Instead of Bama getting the ball, they give South Carolina about 50 yards of positive yardage and a fresh set of downs, and a worn-down Bama defense is back out there. They lead by 1. Sellers, draw, breaks a tackle, another, and gets finally brought down shy of the 20-yard line. Ball came loose. There was a scramble for it, but I think South Carolina got it back. Bray Hubbard and Tim Keenan combined.
The ruling on the field is the runner was down short of the line to gain. It'll be third down.
So it's going to be third and about a yard. Coming for the game.
Yeah, but another opportunity to get Sellers down in the backfield.
Sub.
And we are unable to wrap him up because he goes low anytime he feels contact, and we just kind of roll right over the top of him.
So third and a yard from the 21. Sellers hands it off, and a loss on the play, but they kept the legs churning, and they'll get the first down. Had him stop behind the line of scrimmage, but Matt Fuller kept the legs going. Deontay Lawson had him initially, but couldn't get him to the turf.
Yeah, Deontay Lawson was able to shoot the gap, and he didn't bring his feet with him, as Fuller was able to maintain momentum and keep that large load going forward and move the chains. It's no harm. You just got to force the field goal here.
Sellers from the pistol with Fuller to his left. 2 wideouts left. Sellers, option, will pitch it left side. Fuller's got room. He's going to get close to the first down mark. It'll be second and short from there. Keon Sabb, the strong safety, is the man who applied the hit.
Boy, LT Overton was playing that in-man on the line of scrimmage, and he took neither the quarterback nor the pitch man. Was more concerned about a little shuffle pass coming from the backside, trying to defend it, and that left nobody on the edge.
Two wideouts left, 2 right. Bama 4-man front. Handoff, diving forward and getting near the first down, but maybe shy of it. I don't know that he got there. It's going to be third and less than a yard, I believe, as on the carry was Fuller again. Yeah, they didn't give him the 9-yard line. If he gets there, it's first and goal. Instead, it's third and a foot. London Simmons in the middle of the defense, along with Edric Hill. Keon Keeley is there as well. They'll run it with Sellers, and he'll get to the edge, and he'll get into the end zone for a touchdown. He read it, he kept it himself, and the Gamecocks have a 21-14 lead over Alabama with the extra point upcoming. William Joyce on to try the extra point. This one has some importance. Snap's good, spot's good, kick is up, and the kick is good, and the Gamecocks lead it by 8. 22-14, 10 minutes exactly to go in the game. In South Carolina trying to pull another upset over a top 5 ranked Alabama squad. 4th ranked Bama on the wrong end of a 22-14 score when we come back on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check Kirk Herbstreit's pregame analysis first, before talking to your brother-in-law.
In this game, the key thing to watch will be the offensive line versus their front seven. If they can get pressure without blitzing, this could be a long night.
Okay, Kirk.
I know stuff.
Ooh, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
At Alabama, you know what it takes to be the best. You don't win it all year after year by being a copycat. You do it by setting the standard, by being the original. And that's exactly what Guthrie's is, the original. The original chicken finger restaurant that started a Golden Fried dynasty. So keep the Golden Fried game day tradition alive with a gut box loaded with chicken fingers and that signature sauce. It's a winning combination every single time. Guthrie's, the original chicken finger restaurant.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
10 minutes to go in this game. It's now South Carolina 22 and Alabama 14. We salute our radio affiliate of the game, Dixie Country 100.1 FM in Selma, Alabama. Follow the Crimson Tide Sports Network on Facebook. Tell us where you're listening from for a chance to win 2 free meals from Jack's. Again, thank you to Dixie Country 100.1 FM in Selma, Alabama for carrying Alabama football this season. Tyler Watts, we finally get to see this Alabama offense back on the field, now trailing 22-14.
Wish we could say we finally get to see them back out on the field. They got to figure out a way to move the ball and give this defense, help them out. Corey's exactly right. They've done nothing all day long. Plenty of plays to be had out there on the field. However, they're not being executed. They're not being made by this unit for Alabama. They got to put something together right here, because you're down 1 possession. You'll have to go for 2 to try to tie it up. But most importantly, control the clock a little bit and give that defense, who will respond if you get some points on the board here.
South Carolina to kick it off. Adams and I believe Rico Scott are the men deep for Alabama. As this kick is going to be fielded at the 5 by Rico. He's going to get it to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. He'll get stacked up there, and he's going to get brought down just shy of the 21-yard line. So 1st and 10, Alabama. From there, with 10 minutes to go, actually 9:54 on the game clock, and one of the most important drives of the season right here, with Bama down 8. Ty Simpson clapping as he brings the team to the huddle, trying to motivate and inspire this group Formby back in at right tackle. It's Roberts at right guard. Single setback Miller as Bama operates under center. They hand it off to Jam. He fights forward. He keeps pushing. And he's going to get 4 yards on first down, or 3, I should say, to the 24-yard line. Okoronkwo, who wore crimson a year ago, now wearing scarlet for South Carolina, gets credit for the stop.
And Alabama has not been able to run the football here in the second half, so you have to put a little bit on that and try to establish something on the ground game.
2nd and 7. South Carolina nearly jumped. Bama will change the play at the line of scrimmage. They'll put Cuevas wide right. Inside that side of the formation, Jeremy and I believe Rico, as Ty will step up in the pocket. Pressure coming. Throws downfield. Has a man. It's tipped and incomplete. Jeremy Bernard had a step on the defender, but it was slightly underthrown, broken up by Jalen Kilgore.
Well, really, that's a nice play by the defender. He's able to undercut it and leaps up and high points this ball and is able to get just a fingertip on it. Otherwise, it is a touchdown. Better defensive play than poor throw.
3rd down and 8 upcoming for the Crimson Tide with 9:03 to go. Huge play right here, down 8. 4 men to the right side, including Jam Miller. The tight end is to the left in Cuevas. Tide looking, pump fake, fires, has a man, catches made, first down, Alabama. The bank first down as Jeremy Bernard makes the grab for a gain of about 13.
Protection was there. It allowed Ty Simpson to be able to survey the field and allow those deeper routes to be able to develop as Jeremy Bernard goes a little 12-yard out and moves the chains.
Move the sticks to the 36 now of the Crimson Tide. Ryan comes wide left along with Rico. Jams in the backfield with Jeremy all alone to the right side of the formation. Ty waiting on the shotgun snap. Gets it. Hand off to Jam up the gut. He'll fight forward for 4, maybe 5 yards. 2nd and 5 upcoming. Brian Thomas, the edge defender, made the stop for South Carolina.
More like it, though, being physical up front, able to move the blockers or that defensive front and pick up 5-6 yards there on first down.
Nearing the 8-minute mark of the 4th quarter with Bama down 22-14. One wide out right side for Alabama. That's Jeremy with 3 men wide left. An empty set now as Daniel Hill comes to the near side. Ty all alone in the backfield, gets the snap quickly out of his hands. Pass is incomplete. Trying to connect with Jeremy on the slant. It's broken up and incomplete. 3rd and 3, actually 4 is upcoming.
I thought that ball should have been called. Quick hitter there, hit Jeremy Bernard right in the arms. Maybe a hair too far upfield, but still one he's got to reel in.
Just as he was about to bring it in, it looked like the defender raked across his arm to perhaps make that more of a challenge. 3rd and 4, Bama. A short 4 yards with a line of scrimmage at the Bama 42. Coming in motion is Jam to the right side of the formation. Ty looking, throwing across the middle. Cuevas, first down. Josh gets it by a yard. Move the 6 again. A bank first down to the 48 of the Crimson Tide with a clock at 7:33 and moving here in the 4th quarter, and Bama down 22-14. Corey?
On that last throw, Jeremy Bernard, when they dropped right there, South Carolina's done a good job of just getting their hands up, causing that ball that's not coming out really high. It's kind of at shoulder pad height. Jeremy just couldn't see it until it was right on top of him.
Rico Scott comes left, as does Bernard. Pistol formation for Ty with Jam behind him in the backfield. Tall sweep going, actually Daniel Hill getting to the edge. Daniel turns it up, lowers his shoulder, fights for it for a gain of 8, maybe 9. Are they going to give him more than that? They do. Move those sticks with an 11-yard carry and a bank first down to the 41 of South Carolina.
And really for the first time since right before half, this Alabama offense is in somewhat of a rhythm.
Trips right, 1 left. Hill again in the backfield to the right of Simpson, who works from the pistol. He walks up to the line of scrimmage. He'll change the formation. You'll have Cuevas and Ryan to the left. Play clock down to 10 seconds. Simpson Snaps it, swings it out near side to Ryan Williams. Breaks a tackle, stays on his feet, spins, stretches forward near the 30. That's going to be close to another first down for Alabama with 6:10 and ticking time left here in the fourth.
And it is another first down. Ryan Williams doing a nice job getting in traffic, but I loved his effort of fighting forward and diving in order to move the chains once again.
13th bank first down of the game for Alabama as the Tide gets just shy of the 30 of South Carolina. Daniel Hill in the backfield to the left side of Simpson, who's got 3 wideouts right, one of those being Rico Scott. Tied into the left side is Caleb Edwards. Simpson getting the snap, looking, firing, screen to Hill right side. Gets one block, needed a second, gets stacked up. A gain of 5 on the play to the 25. Clock moving, 5:24 to go. Justin Okoronkwo with a stop for South Carolina.
Another good play, though, with the little screen, getting those linemen out front, picking up positive yardage. 2nd down and 5. Definitely in 4-down territory from here on out. You got to have a touchdown.
Do indeed, and you got to have a 2-point conversion afterwards with Bama down 22-14. The game clock down to 5 minutes now. The play clock is at 14 seconds. Simpson an empty backfield, pistol formation. He's got 2 wideouts left, one right. That's Jam Miller, who's now going to come across the formation. Play action to him. Ty looking, swings it to Jam, gets a block from Cuevas, gets inside the 20, lowers his head and runs forward to the 13-yard line. They'll move the sticks again with a bank first down. After an 11-yard pickup, they spot him officially back at the 15 of South Carolina.
Cuevas and Jeremy Bernard did an excellent job of downfield blocking on the little flare route as Jam Miller caught it and was able to work the sideline.
Miller in the backfield behind Simpson, who now works under center. Everybody bunched in tight for Alabama. Play action, he'll roll left. Ty looking, wants to run, gets to the 10 and gets out of bounds around the 8-yard line. That will be a nice first down gain of about 7. Peyton Williams, the strong safety, is the man who forced him to the boundary.
It was a bootleg to the left side, and as Ty Simpson was coming out of his break, Rico Scott looked a little confused. Wasn't really running a route, almost like he was looking for somebody to block. So not everybody on the same page, but still a positive play.
7 yards maybe on that one. Check it. 6, so it's 2nd and 4 upcoming. 2 men wide right, even though they're into the tighter side. Single setback is Jam. Ty looking, dumps it off Jam. He's got it at the 7. He's got it at the 5. He's run out of bounds at the 3-yard line, but it'll be 1st and goal from there. Alabama with a football, knocking on the door, down by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here in Columbia. They'll spot it right at the 2-yard line. Will the Crimson Tide.
Carolina defense a little tired. You got to run right at them and just push them off the line of scrimmage.
Cuevas and Edwards, the 2 tight ends. Bernard and Williams wide right. Jam to the right of Ty, now to the left side as the tight ends go there as well. Pistol formation. Handoff to Jam, stacked up right at the 5. A loss of 2 on the play. They do give him the 4-yard line because of where he fell, but it's a loss on the play of 2 yards. 2nd and goal from there.
And unfortunately, it looks like we are going to have to throw the ball to get it in unless you get Ty Simpson on the edge in some capacity.
First time we've seen Kevin Riley in this ball game, and he comes in now for the Crimson Tide, the freshest of legs for Alabama. Bernard's in the backfield with Ty. Kevin is to the right side of the formation. Now the snap to Ty, the dump off to Jeremy. He walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. And the Tide will go for 2 with 2:16 to play to try to knock the score at 22.
Had to throw it in to get it in. Couldn't run the football. However, all the misdirection, you're able to slip Jeremy Bernard out of the backfield. Big 2-point conversion here. I love how we were able to score on the upper end of the 2-minute timeout.
Daniel Hill is in the ball game. He'll be to the right of Simpson. Bernard and Williams go wide right. Rico is wide left. Cuevas, the tight end, offset to the right. 4-man front for the Gamecocks. It looks like a direct snap to Ty. He'll roll, he'll flip it in the air, caught Cuevas. It's a two-point conversion. The direct snap actually went to Daniel Hill, who flipped it to Ty, who then threw it to Cuevas for the two-point conversion. And we are deadlocked at 22. I saw it, I just couldn't describe it. But on the redo, I got it, and Bama is able to knock the score at 22 with 2:16 to go.
Heck of a response by that offense.
Your Bromberg scoring drive, Bernard on the receiving end of the pass from Ty Simpson. 14 plays, 79-yard drive, 7:38 off the clock. The two-point conversion to Cuevas, and we're tied at 22. 2:16 to go when we come back on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Kohl's lowest prices of the season are here, and they're so good. You're going to wish you had enough hands for a second cart. Save on cozy tees for women, comfy jeans for boys, refreshed essentials for your home, and so much more. Because when prices are this low, self-control is overrated. Shop Kohl's lowest prices of the season and stock up now. Select styles. Offer ends October 26th. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
Roll Tide. This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Planning a tailgate in the quad before the big game? Watching with friends at home? Sack the stress of what to serve and make Foosackly's part of your game plan. Whether you want to roll on through the drive-thru or order from the Foo app, we've got you covered. Our hand-battered chicken fingers, house-made sauces, and gallons of fresh squeezed lemonade are the perfect play call for your party. So, before kickoff, remember that football starts with Foo. Foosackly's, proud partner of the Crimson Tide.
2 minutes, 16 seconds to go in Columbia, South Carolina. It's now a tie ball game. Alabama and South Carolina even at 22. Best move of the game is presented by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game, proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. How about that two-point conversion? Josh Cuevas, first two-point conversion of the year for Alabama. Corey Reamer, the defense, now has had some opportunity to rest. The offense did its job. Now we get to see this Crimson Tide defense back on the field.
What a response by that Alabama offense right there. Methodically moving down the field, not having to take big shots to continue to get that drive to keep moving and moving the chains. Phenomenal job. Now it's up to this defense, who's been out there a lot today, been able to get some rest over here on the sideline. Energy on the sideline is back in their favor. Crowd's trying to get back into it, but this defense right now, if you're going out there, you're playing as hard as you possibly can, know what's on the line, especially with 2 minutes left to go, 2 minutes and 16 seconds left to go in this ball game.
Talty approaches the football and will kick it off, and it will sail deep into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And the kick deep into the end zone, and it will be out at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, South Carolina. Late in the first half, Bama scored. South Carolina couldn't do anything with it. They're going to say Bama was offsides.
The 5-yard penalty
on the kickoff. A 5-yard penalty that'll put it out at the 30-yard line. Don't need any mistakes at all right here, especially that type. But Bama hopeful that they can force the Gamecocks into a 3-and-out in this fourth quarter, as they did in the second. Sellers with 2 men wide to the left side of the formation, 1 to the right, and a single setback in Matt Fuller to his left. They'll hand it off to Fuller. He'll fight forward for a yard, but no more. James Smith able to stack him up along with Tim Keenan III. It'll be 2nd and 9, South Carolina.
Well, we won first down, and now at the 2-minute timeout, both sides will try to regroup. We got to win these next 2 downs.
Kalen DeBoer bouncing out to talk to his defense and encourage them to come up with 2 more stops, and then let's pull one out. 2-minute timeout. Alabama 22, South Carolina 22, here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Tide fans, let's take a 30-second timeout for a quick mental getaway to Pensacola. Sugar white sands, crystal clear waters. Remember, your perfect getaway is just a short drive away. So hit the road for the ultimate timeout from the hustle and bustle. Fresh seafood, stunning sunsets, and relaxing beaches. All waiting for you in Pensacola. Saturdays with the Tide and any day with your toes in the sand. That's the way to beach. Plan your getaway at visitpensacola.com.
From Bart and Joe Willie to Mac and Tua, this is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
1225 is your ultimate game day destination. Catch the game on one of their 35 big-screen high-def TVs, combined with an extensive menu of mouth-watering food and refreshing drinks. Juicy burgers, crispy wings, craft beers, signature cocktails. 1225, where the energy is high, the screens are massive, and the excitement is contagious. Visit 1225 on the Strip in Tuscaloosa, less than 2 blocks from Bryant-Denny Stadium. 1225 Sports Bar, where sports, food, and fun collide.
This season, honor the win and the West in Tecovas. Whether you're in the stands or out celebrating after a big win, Tecovas Western boots are handcrafted for all-day comfort. With colors and styles that look right at home, you can show your pride from head to toe. This football season, show up in boots. Find your perfect pair at Tecovas.com or one of our 50 Tecovas stores from coast to coast. Tecovas, forever West.
2 minutes to go at Williams-Brice Stadium. Alabama and South Carolina tied at 22. Make sure you stay with us after this ball game for the region's 5th quarter show and the post-game press conference with head coach Kalen DeBoer. It's brought to you by Tri-Green Equipment. Alabama tradition runs deep, just like our football team. Tri-Green stands the test of time in Alabama hometowns with lawn and land care equipment and support you can count on. Visit TriGreenEquipment.com and roll Tide. Corey Reamer, our Cooks Pest Control sideline reporter, loud in this stadium and a lot of energy on the Crimson Tide sideline.
Yeah, there definitely is. This crowd is trying to will this South Carolina offense to convert this 2nd and 9 right here to keep the ball and keep from having to punt it back to this Alabama offense who's got some momentum. But there's a lot more excitement right now on this sideline than there has been all game. They finally got some rhythm, saw some positive plays happen right there from the offensive side. What a response by them. Hopefully this defense can help them out so we can continue to build on this momentum we got.
2nd down and 9 upcoming for the Gamecocks with 2 minutes left to play. Oscar Attaway, the running back, behind and to the right of Sellers. Bama almost jumped, and they did. Pressure coming, and Sellers is going to stumble, keep his feet, looks, fires downfield, and it's incomplete. And that's going to be likely 5 yards and a free play for South Carolina.
Defense, number 23.
Man, this guy
in the neutral zone at the snap.
James Smith has jumped
5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
Oh. And again, right in front of him. But he bit on the hard count and gives him a free play with 1:51 to go.
Now a read option comes back into play with Sellers keeping the football.
2nd and 4 from their own 36-yard line. 2 wideouts each side. Quarterback draw. Sellers stacked up. Tim Keenan grabbed him, and he got some help. The ball may have come out late, but I think it's going to be South Carolina football. But 3rd and a couple. Did Bama take it away? They're talking it over. They say it's Bama's football. There was a pile
the ruling on the
at
field
the end.
Is a fumble recovered by the defense. 1st down, Alabama.
Wow.
Now this is going to be close whether or not the knees were down. But I believe it was Deontay Lawson who ripped it out, and Tim Keenan looked down and it was right in his belly.
But they did call it a fumble on the field. So it'll have to be clear evidence to overturn it. And we haven't seen a replay yet. But judging from Shane Beamer's reaction, he ain't real confident. We're getting to see the replay right now. And it was stripped out. Deontay Lawson stripped it out, and Tim Keenan did indeed get it. Wow.
Under video review.
Deontay got the strip, and Tim wound up on it. And Alabama should have a takeaway here with 1:39 to go.
Sellers was driving for extra yardage, and his knees were definitely not on the ground. No part of him was on the ground yet. Deontay Lawson, first of all, Tim Keenan tackling from behind, and Deontay Lawson just rips that ball out. And Tim Keenan finds it right in his belly and says, all right, I'll get on it.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Crimson Tide Sports Network.
On the field is upheld. First down, Alabama.
I hope you heard it as we just got back. Our lead official, Daniel Gautreaux, giving the wonderful news that play is upheld. It's a fumble forced by Deontay Lawson. We think Tim Keenan's the one that came out with it, and Bama's got it 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line of South Carolina with 1:39 to go and all 3 timeouts remaining. Trips right. Jam Miller will be to the right of Simpson, who operates out of the pistol. One man is wide to the near side of the field. 3 on the play clock as we get the snap off. Hand off to Jam. 35, still on his feet, fighting forward to the 31-yard line. A gain of 7 on 1st down.
Huge play there on 1st down. Listen, we got to get a 1st down here. We're still not in field goal range. We need to be close to the 20-25-yard line in the middle of the field to feel really good about this opportunity. Move the chains here. Then South Carolina really can't get the ball back.
1:12, 1:11. 1:10 and ticking, time left. Play clock at 15 seconds now as Ty will take his time. Waiting, and now calling for the snap and gets it. Ty looking, firing, catch is made just shy of the 25-yard line, but enough for a 1st down. The grab made by Rico Scott. Another bank first 1st down, stopping the clock with 54 seconds to go. And again, you got 3 timeouts left. Did South Carolina use one?
Yeah, they only have 2 left. They had to stop it right there.
Please
go ahead and use them.
22-22 is our score. 54 seconds left in the ball game. And Alabama with possession at the South Carolina 25 when we come back on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey Bama Nation, welcome to Shoe Station, your go-to destination for top brands and trending styles you love. With more than 100 stores across the Southeast, you'll find over 30,000 styles from Hoka, Birkenstock, Hey Dude, Brooks, Crocs, and more. Whether you're gearing up for game day or casual comforts on campus, Shoe Station has the perfect pair waiting. There's always something new to explore, so find your nearest Shoe Station and shop the latest arrivals. Stop by today and see what's waiting for you.
What's up, guys? It's Jay Kirkpatrick of Alabama Football here to tell you that nobody beats Cook's Pest Control when it comes to superior protection against unwelcome pests and termites. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right, guaranteed. Protect your home and business with pest control you can trust. Call Cook's today. Roll Tide.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Tide with the football, all even at 22 at South Carolina with 54 seconds remaining at Williams-Brice Stadium. Again, after this ball game is over, we will have the Region's fifth quarter show and Coach DeBoer's press conference live. It's powered by Tri-Green Equipment. So Alabama with a tie game at 22 at South Carolina. Talking about field goal range, Tyler Watts. So far this season, Connor Talty 6 of 6 inside the 40-yard line this year, but of kicks 40-plus yards, only 3 of 7. So moving the chains once again be critical for this Alabama team.
It would be, or at least just picking up 5 yards. Now, granted, South Carolina is going to be at the line of scrimmage. Understand they can't give up another yard. They're going to be selling out against the run. Kalen DeBoer and this staff have been super aggressive in situations. Do they come out with some sort of safe play action? I don't know. They can't afford, Alabama cannot afford to lose any yardage, though. They got to find a way to pick up another 3 or 4. But you got to keep the ball on the ground here, force South Carolina to utilize or use their last timeout so that you are taking it down to the last play of the game.
Protect the quarterback, too, please. We've had a fumble as he got hit from behind in the first half. Jam Miller will be the man in the backfield. Josh Cuevas will be the tight end. Proctor, Dewberry, Brailsford, Roberts, and Formby across the offensive line. Cuevas, the tight end, offset right. Jeremy is just to his right. 2 men are wide left. Ty will bring Ryan in motion. Stretch, no, he's going to roll the pocket, he's going to throw it. Williams try to make a man miss at the 25, can't, and he'll be slung down. Clock will run until, let's see, we're going to use the timeout.
Timeout. South Carolina.
South Carolina will with 46 seconds
it will be 30 seconds
to go. It's a 30-second timeout, and Bama will have 2nd and 10 upcoming from the 25.
It was a perfect play. I mean, it's a little riskier than most would do, but swinging the ball out your playmaker's hand in space, if he is able to make one guy miss, he picks up 5 to 10 yards. Instead, it's just a 2-yard gain.
And we've had success with one-on-one matchups on that side of the field.
More with Jeremy Bernard. However, you like Ryan Williams able to make guys miss as well.
Pretty nice as another option, isn't it? Unfortunately, just not able to get positive yardage, but didn't lose.
Well, you picked up 2. No, you didn't.
Yeah. But didn't lose yardage and didn't lose possession, most importantly. Cuevas again, the tight end. Rico Scott is in, along with Bernard and Ryan. Rico's all alone to the right side at the moment. Jam Miller in the backfield to the right of Ty, who works from the pistol. 46 seconds to go, 2nd and 10 from the just outside the 25 of South Carolina. Simpson getting the snap, looking, firing, slant, caught. Great grab, Rico Scott. No, they say incomplete. It was in his hands, and then he lost it. Had to go low, got hit as he made the grab, but couldn't hang on, and it will be 3rd down and 10.
It was right there, too. Just a little bit too low, unable to haul it in. That would have been huge.
Only 4 seconds ticking off the clock. We'll see Derek Meadows check in for Alabama. Is running off is Miller. So Bama's going to go with Bernard in the Wildcat, and I think Kalen's going to use a timeout. Coach DeBoer does indeed do that here to talk things over. Did he not like the look, the alignment, or did he just want to give them something to think about?
Play clock running down inside of 10 seconds. We made a substitution. South Carolina was slow coming on, so you went ahead and called it so that you weren't in a rush. Cannot afford to have a false start here or delay a game.
So Bama will have a 3rd and 10 from the 25-yard line. Corey Reamer, you want the first down. You just want to also be smart and not make a mistake.
Yeah, that's exactly why you got the timeout right there, exactly what you said. You got Jeremy Bernard lined up at quarterback, and the play clock's running down. Had Ty Simpson split out wide in a funky formation, and Kalen DeBoer smartly calls timeout to make sure we've got enough time to get the play off. Don't want to take any negative plays right here.
5 yards would be huge right now if you could get it. Bernard in the pistol. In the Wildcat. Jeremy getting the snap. Fakes the flip. Keeps it himself. 20, 15. Jeremy 10. Jeremy 5. Touchdown, Alabama! 6 with 34 seconds remaining.
That's the guy you want in open space in a one-on-one situation. Heck of a job by Jaden Roberts kicking a defender out, and then Jeremy Bernard able to make a man miss and tiptoe down the sideline and squeeze inside the pylon.
Don't fool around on this one. The extra point important, trying to make it a 7-point lead with 34 seconds remaining in the ball game. Talty to try it on the upcoming snap from David Bird and the hold from Blake Dowd. Now everybody's lined up, waiting on the snap. Here it is, a good one, a good hold, a kick that's up, and a kick that is good as well. And the Crimson Tide taking the lead 29-22 with 5:34 to go. Your Bromberg scoring drive recap. 5 plays, 38 yards, 105 off the game clock. Jeremy Bernard, the touchdown run, giving Alabama the 7-point lead. Again, the Tide trailed this one 22-14 with less than 5 minutes to go. But Alabama was able to put it in the end zone, convert a 2-point conversion, tying it at 22, and then the defense got a takeaway. Deontay Lawson forcing the fumble from Lenoris Sellers. It was recovered by Tim Keenan III, and then 5 plays later, Jeremy took it to the house, and the Tide has a 7-point lead.
Why does it still feel like an eternity on the clock?
Because it is.
Very reminiscent of last year when Jeremy Bernard takes it in for a touchdown. And now I'm second guessing. Should he have stepped out at the 1-yard line?
No. Get in the end zone.
Playing good. Corey's going to get him going.
Talty, a squib kick that is going to be fielded at the 1 and fumbled into the end zone. They pick it up. They'll get to the 7, and leveled on the play was Harbor. He got clocked. A great job by Alabama in special teams coverage. Roger, you saw it. Tell us who it was.
QB Reese flying down the field and applying the hit on Nick Harbor.
No timeouts for South Carolina. They have to work the sideline. We have to protect it.
91 yards between the Gamecocks and the goal line, which they need, plus an extra point to tie the game. 2 wideouts left, 1 right. Sellers from the pistol. Bama blitzing up the middle. They'll sling it left side. Catch is made by the tight end. He'll get knocked down shy of the first down mark. Brady Hunt. Clock moving with 18 seconds. 17, 16, 15. They get everybody back online, and almost illegal procedure, but they spike it to stop the clock with 11 seconds to go. Bama's got 2 safeties back near midfield.
And that's what you're protecting against. That's kind of, you want to defend that 40-yard line. They may have 2 or 3 plays left, depending how quickly they get rid of the football here.
Xavier Mincy, I'll get it right in a minute. Keon Sab are deep, and we add a 3rd one back around midfield as well. Sellers looking, pressure coming. He's going to go down. Sacked again by Alabama. It was Nakai Hill-Green, and the clock's going to run out, and Bama's going to win it 29-22. And for the love, let's get out of here. What a ball game as Bama battles back place, and the 4th-ranked team in America gets it done. Its 7th win of the year. Another one now in SEC play. Their 5th, and the misery continues for South Carolina. But oh, what a glorious day for the Alabama Crimson Tide as Tyler White's, they find a way to get it done.
Boy, I tell you what, this team loves a 1-possession game. Didn't play worth a flip offensively for 3.5, almost 4 entire quarters. However, able to put it together on a crucial drive and drive it inside in the defense all day long, playing outstanding, able to get the turnover, utilize the clock. burned up the timeouts, and then on that final play, Keon Keeley, obvious passing situations, comes in. He doesn't make the tackle. However, he forces Lenore Sellers down, and then as you mentioned, Nakai Hill-Green able to clean it up and end this ball game.
I said Nakai Hill-Green, and it was my mistake. I gave credit to 4-1. It was actually 3-1. My apologies, because Keon Keeley, you got that final sack for Alabama. Just the second of the day, 13 yards lost on those sacks, but that one allows the clock to hit 0 with Alabama on top. 29-22, a much needed and deserved off week before LSU comes to town in 2 weeks. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Alabama a winner. South Carolina falls on homecoming as the Tide rises to the occasion late, coming from behind and avoiding the upset. Post-game comes your way in a moment here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Tide fans, let's take a 30-second time out for a quick mental getaway to Pensacola. Sugar white sands, crystal clear waters. Remember, your perfect getaway is just a short drive away. So hit the road for the ultimate time out from the hustle and bustle. Fresh seafood, stunning sunsets, and relaxing beaches. All waiting for you in Pensacola. Saturdays with the Tide and any day with your toes in the sand. That's the